you doing over there?
Just throwing away my top.
Reached that point in the night, huh?
Hell yeah. Well, you gave me some of your eggnog. You gave me some of that eggnog, bro. Yeah. That was good stuff. Homemade.
Homemade. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna have to bring. I'll make a fresh batch up to bring over on Saturday.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, Martin.
We were just talking about you, Martin.
I know, right? And someone who I'm always talking about is my beautiful wife is in the building.
Hey, what's up, Chris?
Hey, girl. Hey, Paul.
We were just talking about your video you sent, Martin. That's all. We all thought it was so funny.
Hey, Oakland fan 5262. Trinidad.
What's up, Trin?
BL.
What's up, BL?
Ron.
Always. Death, taxes, and Ron the Materator,
That's
man.
it, man. And he might be the funniest guy ever.
I swear.
Oh, my
His
gosh.
texts
He's so damn
in our
funny.
text thread, they're so funny.
Oh, my gosh. The stuff with you and Ty and him and that hat that Jeff's wearing,
dude.
we're going to make fun of in a minute.
Good.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. All right. So all right, here we go. This is episode number 396 of Raiders Fan Radio.
What's up, guys? It's Rich Incognito, Las Vegas Raiders. I'm here with Raiders Fan Radio. Let's go, Raiders.
Hey, it's Mike Garafolo, NFL Network here in the home office, and you are listening to the Raiders Fan Radio podcast, taking that lighter journey into the dark side with Murf, Swag Jeff, and Michelle. She's got great hair. It's a little pink, it's a little purple, whatever it is. I'll tell you what, if I could grow it, I would sign up for that color today. So listen to her and the entire crew as they give you all the information on the Raiders on the podcast that benefits the One Nation Foundation. It's a great cause. It's a great pod. Tune in, turn it up. Here it comes. All that Raiders info and takes coming at you right now.
Jackpot, baby. Raiders Fan Radio.
Oakland, LA, Oakland, Vegas, Raider Nation, wherever, forever. You got your old Uncle Mosh and Raiders Fan Radio from Murf's Man Cave, taking a lighter journey into the dark side. Sit back, put your feet up, pop a top, and enjoy the ride. Here we go!
Look left, look right, Bolitnikov, a leaking pass, touchdown!
We miss you, we love you, and we'll see you in the Hall of Fame.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.
Way up the middle, intercepted Filipiano at the 50, time running down. Oakland football, and I think Oakland victory. The Oakland Raiders have scored on the most zany, unbelievable, absolutely impossible dream of a play.
Well, I love this team. I think this team can win. I think this team can win.
You are listening live to Raiders Fan Radio. Take it away, guys.
Why, thank you, Brett Musburger. What is up, Raider Nation? Your buddy Murf back once again for what we trust will be a fantastic episode of Raiders Fan Radio. Episode number 396 of Raiders Fan Radio, coming at you live from Murf's Fan Cave, where we are all festive because it's Christmas season. So we are we're celebrating a little bit. We got the eggnog going in a little bit. I think we got. Oh my gosh, Jeff's got the shots. Okay, well I'll wait till it gets back around to you.
Okay.
And then you do your thing.
Well, you're going to do your thing too, and she's going to do her thing. We all going to do our thing.
And then I'll go back to you, and then you do it. You toast us.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I feel you,
Yeah,
dog.
and toast the chat room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, keep going.
All right. So without further ado, we appreciate you all joining us for this episode number 396 of Raiders Fan Radio. Joining us live at youtube.com/Raiders Fan Radio, or those of you that are joining us on the audio podcast, where we are presented by the good folks at FanDuel. We appreciate the good folks at FanDuel and also the good folks at the Believe Network who support the audio version of this show. We thank those folks and we appreciate their support, and all the support that we get from them goes to our nonprofit, which is the One Nation Foundation. And it is the giving season, so if you feel like you want to support a nonprofit, some good Raiders-related charities this season, you can go to onenationfoundation.net, and you can hit the donate button there, and 100% of that money that you give through that donate button goes to Raiders-related charities, like the good folks at the Blitnikoff Foundation, who are taking in young women at risk of domestic violence and substance abuse, and then also the good folks at Raider Dad, who we are supporting this year, who are taking underprivileged kids to Raider games. So we just love those organizations and the work that they do, and that's where 100% of your money goes. And then also anything that you do in the Super Chat, you know that's going to go there as well, but I'll leave that to Jeff to shout that out. But anyways, we appreciate you joining us. As I mentioned, we are going to be off next week because it's Christmas.
Well, yeah.
We'll be off next week. So we might run a little bit long tonight, but anyways, this will definitely be a celebratory episode of Raiders Fan Radio because 'tis the season, and I almost dropped an F-bomb. Screw the Raiders.
Man.
But we all got each other, and it's a time to eat, drink, and be merry, and so that's what we're going to do around here.
Come on.
So stick around. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight, and appreciate, again, all of those of you that are in the chat room joining us live tonight. But listen, I don't do this show alone. I do it with my two best friends, and so let me first turn it over to the man that adorns the right corner of the Murf's Fan Cave dungeon. He is my best friend and yours. He is Swag Jeff.
It's Diamond and Profile.
What up, Swaggo?
Oh my gosh, man! Yeah, I missed you guys last week, and is this going to be the last show of 2025? Like RFR proper?
Yeah.
Because the
The next one is. Okay, I was waiting for the facts to go through.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. You've got mail. Yeah, well, because
I got mail. I got mail. Yay! You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Remember on Crank Anchors?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So,
Yay!
so
I got mail. I got
yeah,
mail.
I know, right? Yeah. Keep your mail to yourself over there. Yeah.
Return
Oh my
to sender. Return to sender.
Oh my gosh. So next week, because next week is Christmas Eve.
Next week is
Yeah.
And the
Christmas
following Eve is, or the following Wednesday is New Year's Eve.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
all got.
We should do like a Tuesday show in there or something. I'm off. I'm taking off work. Today was my last day of work. So
Okay.
I'll have time.
We'll figure something
Let's
out.
figure something
that
out.
sounds fun.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out. Okay, so we'll see you one more time before 2020.
We'll see you one more time. Yeah, we will.
Yeah,
We will.
yeah, definitely,
We'll be back.
definitely. But much respect to some of the to all of you that are in the building. But
Just some of 'em.
just to some. But extra special respect goes to
Much respect for most all of you.
Almost
Yeah.
all
And then
of
there's
you.
like
a
6 or
few
7 of you that just be
Yeah,
like,
hey.
No, we're kidding.
Yeah,
We're
no,
kidding.
no. John Rodriguez in the chat that says, Murph, keep stating them facts and never stop being yourselves.
Aw, thank you, brother.
With a $5 donation to the One Nation
Hey,
Foundation.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Absolutely. Our one of the goats around here,
come
Justin
on.
Marmon.
Justin.
Justin Marmon
We
in
were
there.
just
who's-
talking about you,
yeah,
Justin.
Absolutely, we were. Who said, "Who wants some pecans?" Merry Christmas, go Raiders! With a $10 donation to the One Nation Foundation.
Thank you, brother Justin.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. And then Hooligan Nation,
What's
who
up,
says
Hooligan?
RFR is the only winning team this season.
Oh, my gosh.
with a $20 donation to the One Nation Foundation.
Thank you all. Thank you very, very much.
Absolutely. And Ron's in the building, and he said, Jeff, that swag hat.
Ah, jeez.
I mean, it's it's Christmas time.
Yeah.
It's Christmas time.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in the spirit.
Then
Yeah.
why is the bill blue?
Well, that I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't design the hat. I just bought it from Culture Kings. But yeah, no, yeah, that was an interesting choice. I figured it would have been green underneath or white or something like that. But
Or red
you
even would have
or
been.
red even would have
Yeah.
been fine. But but it didn't deter me.
Or silver. You know what I mean? Something that would be at least a little bit in theme. And I don't know, man.
It would have been great for it to be a white hat with silver.
That,
that
yes,
would have been
that
like
would have been-
icy. That would
Yeah,
and
like
with a little
icy
red
with-
hat.
yeah,
Maybe that would have been okay.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of red.
Yeah, well,
That's a
you
lot
know.
of red. I mean, I respect the
We know
the
how I feel
Bucky's.
about those hats. I don't like any hats that are not. But I know you're swag Jeff,
Yeah.
so you have
Yeah.
every right. To
Well,
do
and,
that.
and typically I
And
don't.
it's Christmas.
Typically I don't either. I mean, I
Yeah.
do have a brown Raider hat,
Oh,
and
yeah,
I
yeah,
do
yeah.
have the Grandma Raider hat, and I've got this Raider hat. So like maybe maybe I don't give a shit, but but I
Right
say
now-
I do.
No, but
the only good thing is you didn't buy it from the Raiders because they're not getting any more of our money.
Come
Culture,
on.
Culture
Culture
Kings gives
Kings,
no money to
they
the
don't-
Raiders. I
yeah.
had to look it up. They don't.
Did you really?
Mark Davis gets no money from Culture
Okay,
Kings.
good. Well,
well,
I
they
don't know
get
if that's true,
they get
but-
licensing rights. I'm sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah,
but
yeah.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah.
No, it's fine.
It's fine.
I'm glad that you and Tyler Raider have the same hat now.
yeah.
Exactly.
You're twinning.
Twins.
Exactly. Exactly.
Twinsies.
Well, speaking of twinning, so sitting over here across
There
from
we
me,
go.
also in Christmas apparel, is the one and only, the lovely Michelle Sweat.
Hi, Michelle.
Yeah, this is pretty much the only time you'll ever see me in this much red around Christmas. I don't
Yeah.
wear a ton of red. I mean, I don't wear a ton of other colors either. But
No.
this is the only time of year.
There you go.
It's pretty much silver and black and white,
That's
and
it.
then that's
yeah.
it.
That
Not
is.
a lot of white either. I don't wear a lot of white either.
Mm-mm.
I'm just too messy of a person. Like
Oh,
No, I feel you.
lunch is gonna get on it. Like I can't.
Yeah,
Silver
even
and black,
gray
that's
for me.
it.
Like I
Yeah.
almost get gray
I can't
dirty
do
too.
that
Like
either,
yeah,
no.
no, it's got to be the dark
Yeah.
stuff for me.
Well, and
all
it's
the
nice
time.
because then when you have all dark clothes, then you can just chuck them all into the washer at the same
Oh
time.
man, it's the best.
I don't separate my clothes.
I don't either.
have to.
I don't either, and yeah, I don't wear a lot of, but like my kids do and stuff like that. But I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Just throw it all in there.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
Be all right. Be all right.
No, but I'm with you, Michelle. Like, so I'm wearing the red and white Santa hat, and then I've got a Raiders Fan Radio Christmas hoodie, which is cool, which you can find at our Dashery page. Where do they find that at, Jeff?
Dashery.RaidersFanRadio.com.
There you go,
Absolutely.
Dashery.RaidersFanRadio.com, and 100% of the proceeds there that we get from those good folks go to Raiders-related charities. But yeah, so I like it. But even this, which I love, our buddy Jimmy Zebach took our classic Raiders Fan Radio logo and then put a Santa hat on it and a light bulb, Christmas light, and then what's on the other side? I guess just smaller Christmas lights. But anyways, it's red and yellow, and you know what I mean? And it's like,
Yeah.
but I only wear it very specifically for like this time of year. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Or for this show. Like I wouldn't rock this at any other time because I don't wear colors. I'm with you,
Yeah,
Michelle. I wear
don't.
black or gray.
Yeah.
Like I wear a lot of gray shorts just so I'm not wearing black on black on black
Yeah.
because all my Vans are black and like for the most part, like
Sure.
all that, you know. But anyways, but
Sure.
you all look,
I'm all
you
about black
all
on
look
black on
incredible.
black.
You're both
Oh,
very
well.
fitted up, as the kids say.
Hey,
say.
there you go. Well, speaking of fitted up, so we've got Chef B in the building who says, "Sorry, can't donate today, but became a member for 30 months."
Oh,
Oh my
wow.
God.
Yeah, thank you, Chef B.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chef B. And then our good friend Jason Hunter, the Demon King, in there,
Oh, nice.
who says hashtag Get Mendoza with a $20 donation to the
Thank you,
Nation
brother.
Foundation.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. We appreciate you so very, very much. And you can tell it's giving season around here. We appreciate all those amazing
No
super
doubt,
chats in there
yeah.
and becoming a member. That's awesome, man. And so, all right, let's go ahead and get into it. We got a lot to get to tonight.
Yeah, we do.
So let's go ahead and jump into it. Jeff, did you pull any of the FanDuel odds?
Of course I did.
Of course you did. You know why? You know why?
Why is that,
Because
buddy?
you're a freaking pro, bro.
yeah.
You're a pro.
You damn right.
You're a pro, bro.
You're damn right. Yeah,
bro.
yeah. I did all the like pre-work stuff, the getting ready for the show, and I even had time to post it on Twitter and all that stuff.
Let's go,
wow.
man.
Dude, I was here like an hour before you, and you live here.
Well, you're not wrong.
I got a key to your place, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. So, so Raider Nation, it's week 16, right? The Raiders only have 2 wins. Yikes. Or yay. However, whatever bandwagon you're on, which, I think most people at this point are like, let's go.
Yeah.
This point.
But and FanDuel doesn't think that we're gonna win this week either, and I tend to agree with them because the Raiders. FanDuel expects more of the same. The Raiders are a 14.5 point dog to the freaking Texans at home.
Oh, you know what that means.
Bro,
They're gonna win.
what? Holy
insane.
cow.
That's a monstrous number for an NFL game.
You never see any, you hardly ever see double digits.
Double digits,
That's
let alone.
And they're a 14.5 point dog to the Texans
That's-
on the road.
That's
How
3
shameful.
scores.
That's so embarrassing.
It's 3 scores.
It's 3 scores.
Absolutely.
But when you've been blown out 31-0 twice already this year,
There you go.
you know what I'm like?
There you go. Well, the Raiders must have known that the under last week was 38.5 because they got shut out 31-0. But let's do it again this week. Let's bet on that under one more time. So the under this week is a whopping 37.5 at a minus 105. Do it.
Oh, that's
Do it.
every week.
Every week. Don't stop doing that.
It's like it hit what 5 out of the last 6 weeks, I think, something like that.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
So
the Titans, I was parlaying them with the
Oh,
Titans.
yeah.
Titans have been kicking it up a little bit here lately.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn it, Cam
Yeah.
Ward, like calm down.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm not doing that anymore. But I'm gonna stay all in on the Raiders.
there you go.
I thought for sure Philly was gonna score a touchdown late to make that a 38 point, and we were just gonna make it underneath. And then I thought, I'm gonna swear now. I'm like, if fucking Pete goes down there and kicks another goddamn field goal and fucks up because that's the only reason our
That was
one
the only
under
reason,
got
yeah.
screwed up was because he kicked the freaking field goal.
Yeah.
I'm like, if he goes and does that shit again, I'm gonna lose my mind. Well, thankfully we stopped him on a freaking goal line stand, which you couldn't even be happy about because it's a 31-0 game.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
I might have been
I'm saving
asleep at that point. I don't.
You
I don't
were.
know. Yeah, I don't remember that. I don't remember that. Yeah, I don't remember that.
Because I called because poor Scott Gobranson, who I do the post game show with.
gosh,
Scott
yeah.
got sick at the last minute. He got food poisoning
Oh.
and had to call out and couldn't do the show. So I call Swag because Swag just lives a couple minutes from me.
Oh
And so I call Swag and I go, hey man, can you come over and just knock out like a post game show with me real quick? I'm like, we'll just like do like 30 minutes or something. And he's like, and I'm like, oh, it's all right, man. I didn't expect you to. I'm like, but if you can. And he goes, let me, I'll call you back. And I'm like, okay. So he calls me back like 10 minutes later and he goes, yeah, bro. He goes, I can't make it. He's like, my wife is getting ready to leave for the store. And he goes, and honestly, you woke me up and I'm a little drunk. I'm like,
Hey.
I'm like,
Honesty is the
respect,
best
homie.
policy. Yes, yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, but that's why else? Like, what other form would you want to be in watching a Raider game for crying out loud? Nowadays?
Absolutely.
A 31-0 beatdown.
There you go.
Yikes.
There you go. So the under 37.5 at a minus 105. Do it and do it responsibly and only with our friends at FanDuel.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Pete Koch, former Los Angeles Raider. Yeah, back in the old days, baby. And you're listening to Murf and Uncle Mosh, who happens to have the same hair as me. Check it out, Raiders Fan Radio.
All right, Raider Nation. So each and every week I take a significant moment within Raider Nation and relate it back to the episode number. But before we do that, we can't forget.
Oh.
It's time. It's time. So this segment is brought to you by Fireball Blazing Apple. So if you like Fireball and whatever, and you like apples, do that. You know, they ain't paying us any money, but we're gonna do it anyway. Cheers, Raider Nation.
Well, hold on.
Salute.
I thought I had a shots thing.
You did.
Yeah, I used to have it when it was.
Oh, the shot,
From the
shot.
shots. Yeah, all right.
Well, you just did it, so we don't have to press the button.
Okay, all right, here we go. All right, ready?
Yeah, there you go. Salute.
All right, salud. Drink them if you got them.
Oh, God.
Ooh,
Wow.
I like it.
It's actually not bad. I'm not a whiskey guy at all, but that doesn't taste like whiskey.
No, it's good.
It's not bad. I don't like apples.
I love it. It doesn't matter what shooter we do. Michelle's face
Always
every
the
time
same look.
she goes, yeah, it's
I
not bad.
hate liquor.
It's not bad.
I do.
Like,
I hate
are you
it.
sure?
I'd rather take a shot of beer. I don't like apple cinnamon.
Oh,
So-
well, then you hated that.
So I really hated it.
Yeah.
But it's better than bananas, that nasty banana shot.
Oh,
so
the 99 bananas.
I'll
Yucks.
take it. But yeah, it was okay.
For what it was.
For what it was, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It was very festive. Felt
There you go.
very
Yeah, it's very festive.
seasonal.
There you go. So there you
Nice
go.
job.
So so 396. We're gonna be high. 3 and 96 equals
I already see where
99,
this
which
show is going tonight.
oh my gosh. So we're gonna be highlighting one of our favorite receivers. Who do you think it is?
One of our favorite receivers?
Yeah, sure.
Freddie Bolitnikoff.
No,
Tim Brown.
no.
Damn it.
Willie Galt. Come on.
Oh,
That's not one of
Come
my
on.
favorites.
oh,
But
Yeah. Yeah.
jeez, Michelle.
Yeah. He was one of the Raider receivers when I was born.
Michelle's like, screw your Olympic
yeah,
records.
Not one of my favorites.
I know.
Whatever.
So
Well, I'm sorry.
so Willie Galt, receiver from
You're like, oh, I thought I heard you say favorites.
you know.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. He's one of our favorites.
He's one of our.
I mean, I think he was like 58th on the all-time receiver list. So, respect.
No,
He's somebody's favorite.
He's somebody's fan. And honestly, no disrespect to Willie
No,
Galt, but he
none.
had a much bigger career in Chicago.
In Chicago.
In the blue and orange that he did silver and black. But
Sure. But 88 to 93, he wore the silver and black. That is 94 games, which is actually a majority of his career. Do you know that?
no, I did not. So he played out his rookie contract maybe with the Bears.
And I think got maybe one extension and then joined the silver
joined
and
the
black. He played 94 games here. He had 149 receptions for 2,985 yards and 17 touchdowns. But more importantly, he was targeted 396 times.
Oh, nicely done, Swag
Well, yeah.
Jeff.
And if you do that math, which don't, it's not great numbers. He had 149 receptions, but was targeted 396 times. So, about a 30, what's that, a 35, 36%?
Yeah, but you got to think about who was throwing to him, though, too.
Who was throwing to him?
What
from
the years?
88 to 93.
Well, that would have been Jeff.
Was that like Mark Wilson
and
and Hostetler?
Hostetler's the main one in there, but then we drafted Marinovich in 91, right? Because we lost the Bills in 90. Help me out, chat room. We lost the Bills 51-3 in 90 or 91. Because I think then in 91 we drafted Marinovich, so Marinovich would have been in there, and then whatever the disaster happened for the next 2 years after that, and then prior to that,
Oakland fan says Schrader.
Jay Schrader.
There you go.
Yeah, there's my uncle used to tell a joke. Michelle, sorry, this is a little bit of it's whatever. What do you call a blonde that screws a whole football team?
Who's that?
Jay Schrader.
Oh, nice. nice.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
And he didn't use the word screws. I'll just say that.
Well, there you go.
I don't either.
I'm trying to keep it clean because we got.
I don't use that word either.
Hell no.
But because we got so frothy last week that I'm trying to keep it mellow this time.
Are you?
Yeah. But it's early.
Oh, we're gonna go off the rails for sure.
At some point, I can feel it coming already.
Yeah, Justin Marmon in there says Michelle doesn't like apple cinnamon. She also doesn't like tea. What the hell? So with a $5 donation to the One Nation Foundation.
Hey, thank you, Justin.
Yeah, Justin, we get her gifts. We get her apple cinnamon whiskey. We get her tea and all that stuff. Now she doesn't like none of that
But
shit.
hey, you know what, Justin?
Yeah.
I disagree. We love HTO around here. You know where they really love HTO?
Oh.
It's in the UK.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they love it.
Yeah, just give this a listen.
HTO. It fucks hard.
Shout out Martin for sending that in, man.
my God.
That was
Official
epic.
spokesperson of HTO over there
telling
on
you.
the other side of the pond.
They love HTO
They
over
must.
there. Yeah.
Hell yeah, they do. Are you kidding me?
Cousin Becky's pecans take a back seat to HTO
No
in the UK,
doubt.
man.
Yeah.
That's
Imagine like having an HTO in one hand and Becky's pecans in the other.
Now we're talking.
Bro.
You said pecan.
No, I didn't. HTO one and a Becky in the other. Is that what you're? I was gonna say. Jeez.
Oh, they're the
Okay.
There were the rails.
Okay.
There they were.
Okay.
The rails
Oh
are
my
gone.
gosh.
They're not there anymore. You just went over.
No, I said it right the first time.
You did.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. All right. Do we do contact info yet?
I don't know. Did we? Let's do it.
Woo! Hey, Raider Nation.
No, we didn't do this. I would remember this.
Uncle Mosh here
Hey, Mosh.
with an updated contact info. So sit up, zip up, shut up, and pay attention.
Oh, my
You can call us at 909-345-3346, or as Murf would say it,
909-345-3346.
How about emailing me? You want to email me? Email me at show@RaidersFanRadio.com. Or what about reaching out to us on some of that social media stuff Swaggy likes? Try Facebook at Raiders Fan Radio Podcast. The Twit at Twitter at Raiders Fan Radio. Insta something. Instagram at Raiders Fan Radio.
Ticky-ticky-tacky-tock.
TikTok at Raiders Fan Radio. Or what about the Twitch? Some of you out there twitching. Anyway, Twitch at Raiders Fan Radio. Or if you don't like that, go to the YouTube.
America, go to the YouTube.
YouTube.com/Raiders Fan Radio. Oh my God, if that wasn't enough, go to your podcast provider and search Raiders Fan Radio. Holy crap, that was a lot.
Good. Oh,
Oh, that was solid.
come on.
Oh, yeah.
Give it up for us.
Give it up for us.
Absolutely. Three
No,
things
that-
that go hard. The HTO, Becky's Pecans, and fucking us.
Boss!
I didn't say fuck hard. I said go hard.
No, we said fucking us.
I didn't even catch it. I mean, hey.
Well.
Oh, my gosh. I'm sure our spouses would agree.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
my
they would.
gosh.
Oh,
That
my
was
God.
Michelle hit you with the pause on it.
And she didn't hit me with it. She paused. Like she freaking
said, whoa.
blasted that shit.
Hammered you over the head with it, man. Oh, my
Like that cookie sheet over there. Freaking blasted me with
It
it.
was too late.
Oh, man, that was funny. Oh, my gosh. All right, we're at the top of the show. We don't do props. We don't do
Murph, you are red. You said you're so red. It's you matching your hat.
Oh, my gosh. I'm dying over here.
Well, yeah.
So funny. All right, so here at the top of the show, we don't do props. We don't do shout-outs. Nothing wrong with those things. But we're Italian. We like to give a little bit of respect.
Murph, Swaggy J, Nation, it's time for a little respect. You know, respect ain't bought, it ain't sold, it ain't demanded, it ain't negotiated, it's earned. And without blowing smoke or giving shameless plugs, we want to say salute and much respect to the following folks.
Oh, man. It's gonna be one of those shows, bro.
Oh, man. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear where Geno Smith says he plans on winning a bunch of more games with the Raiders?
I hate to break it to him.
Is there a
whole bunch left. Is there a UFL team called the Raiders? Oh, my gosh.
I think he's going to try to come back next year.
Well, good for him.
Do with that what you will.
All right, so here at the top of the show.
Did he
like I
really
said-
say that?
I really did. He said
Yeah,
that
he
today.
really did say that. Yeah.
Said that today in the press conference. He said he plans on playing out the entirety of his contract and plans on winning a lot of games for the
Well,
Raiders.
good. Well, when his daddy gets fired here in a couple weeks, then we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
Oh, I need that kind of confidence.
Right?
Let me channel that.
Or like you say, the Salulu is the
Delulu.
Delulu.
Clearly.
That's
we'll
a lot
see.
of
I guess
Delulu
we'll
going
see.
on
It's a
there.
lot
Yeah.
of Delulu.
Exactly.
I don't know about that.
I wonder what he predicted our preseason schedule to be. You know, we were all freaking delusional as hell too.
Oh, yeah,
but like,
yeah.
wonder what he predicted it.
Well, he just takes them one game at a time, Jeff.
Yeah, we'll blame it on him.
Every week you strive to be 1-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If our car breaks down, blame it on him.
2-12. How about we blame that on him?
Well, yeah.
All right, let me get through this respect. Let's do this real quick, and then we're going to talk about the Raiders, I promise.
Do we have to?
Well, yeah, sort of. So here at the top of the show, we don't do props or shout-outs. We do respect, and so we want to respect, first here at the top, our buddy Jay Jackson, who sent us this really cool piece of memorabilia. This is from the Al Davis plaque dedication that happened in Brockton, Massachusetts on September 6, 2025. Brockton is, of course, the birthplace of one Al Davis, so you could say the birthplace of Raider Nation.
There you go.
And Mark Davis spoke at it, and it was just like a real nice plaque dedication ceremony, and Jay sent us that little souvenir here.
Thank you.
So we'll get that.
Thanks, Jay.
We'll get
and
that.
he's in the chat. So thanks, Jay.
What's up, Jay? And so we'll get that framed up, and we'll get that put up here in the fan cave. I'll put it right over here next to your Navajo on the go patch there, Jay. So appreciate you
Nice.
very, very much, brother. All right, so next up we got Houston Raiders Steve. Raiders. Steve. We hadn't heard from Steve.
I hear from Steve all the time.
Oh, okay. Do you guys have a podcast?
No, but he calls me all the time, and we talk, and I'm like, hey, Steve, remember that 909-345-33? I said, like, I love talking to you, but, like, we're talking about cool stuff. Like, call the show. Call the show. Oh, yeah, no, I need to do that. I'm like, okay, do that.
Well, he did.
He did.
Oh,
He did.
thank goodness.
So the first
Good.
time in a long time that we've heard from our buddy Houston Raiders Steve. So let's check in with him and see what he's got to say.
Murf, Mosh, Swag Jeff, Michelle, this is Houston Raider Steve. Hey, just to let you know, I've just been really busy this year and everything because I'm always working, it seems like, when the Raider games are on up at Walmart and everything. So I've just been, plus, please don't take this the wrong way, but with Coach Carroll playing Geno Smith all the time, it's just, in all these losses, I'm always going to be a Raider fan until they put me in the grave. But, you know, I'm numb to all this stuff right now. You know, the highlight is that I'm going to be honest with you. What I've been doing is I've been listening to podcasts listen to your podcast, of course, but listen to this guy named Brian Fowler from Porterville. He's going to go to 56 different NFL games this year. And I met him in Houston when he broke the record at game number 34. The record was 33, and I was able to talk to him. So I will be at the game. Great guy, man, just like yourselves. You know, he's a historian and everything. He's all Raiders, you know, like we are. I just wanted to wish you all Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. We're going to get through this. We will and everything, but it's just the toughest year I've been through. And I've been a Raider fan since '68 during the Heidi game. Yeah. All I can say was we're going to be back. We don't know when, but I just want to let you know that I still support your show and I'll be listening, as I always do. And I'll be at the game against the Texans, and I also will be at the game. We play the Chiefs. The big thing was that I was at the Texans watch party when we eliminated the Chiefs the other night. I couldn't be happier. Almost lost my voice. You know, it's not easy to be in green, Kermit. That guy, they suck. It's good to see the Chiefs finally fall after 10 years hearing their crap from their fans. God bless. Bye.
All right, there it is. Houston Raiders Steve.
There you go, Steve.
So
it's
sad because we talked about, like, you know, if we lose Wendy, if we lose, like, there's certain levels of people, like, if we lose it, thanks, Raiders. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, you've lost the guy that's been a fan since the Heidi game.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, I mean,
He's hanging on by a thread, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
As a Raiders fan, I felt that.
Yes.
In my
I mean,
spirit.
take it from a guy that calls the show 2 times a year to go, let me ride that donkey. Let me ride. And we ain't heard shit from him.
We hadn't heard.
You know what I mean? Because he's just down so bad. Like, man.
I get it.
Damn it, Raiders.
I'm glad we're going to get to see him.
Me too.
So we found out this week that and I don't know if he wants me to share his name or not, so I won't, but, like, we have a very, very kind, it's not even a listener, he's a friend of ours. And even he's not even a friend of the show. He's just a friend of ours now at this point, which is one of the things that we love about this show is how it brings Raider Nation together. And we've got some amazing close friends that we've developed over the years of doing this show. And one of them has shared tickets with us to be able to go to the Chiefs game. Unfortunately, Michelle Lamont can't make it, but Chris and Jeff and Valerie and I will be at the Chiefs game, the last game of the year. So if you see us walking around Legion Stadium, walking around the tailgate, we don't have a specific tailgate to go to. because our people that normally do tailgates aren't going to be there.
That's right.
And so we're just going to kind of be wandering
cruising around. Yeah,
just going to be wandering around looking at. I mean, we'll be in J Lot probably.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And
we hit up Josh Camonite to see if he was going to be there, and they're not doing a tailgate that week.
Exactly. Yeah.
So no, we'll just be bopping around, man.
Be bopping around, man. So if you see us, holler at us, man, for sure. And we'll look for you, Houston Raiders, Steve. Hopefully, we'll get to run into you there at the game. Trinidad, same thing. I wonder if Trin's going to be out there. I know so many of our listeners are season ticket holders.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So definitely look for the RFR crew, at least 2/3 of the RFR crew out there at the Chiefs game. We appreciate you guys so very, very much. Thank you to Jay. Thank you to Houston Raiders Steve. Much respect to you guys. And then just to tag this real quick on the way out, what Houston Raiders Steve brought up, much respect to Brian from the all-in for the dedication and the travel and everything that's involved in doing that. And then, putting out a show along the way, man. That's pretty cool stuff.
That's cool.
Pretty cool stuff there. So much respect to Brian and the All In Autumn Wind podcast.
Hey, my name is Lincoln Kennedy, and you are listening to Raider Fan Radio with Murf, Swag. I'm sorry. Let's do that.
No, it's okay.
Swag.
Swag Jeff.
Swag Jeff. Michelle.
And Michelle,
That's
yes.
simple.
Yeah, that's a
Murf,
easy
Swag,
one.
Jeff, and Michelle. Okay.
There we go.
This is Lincoln Kennedy, and you're listening to Raider Fan Radio with Murf, Swag, Jeff, and Michelle.
Thank you very much,
Lincoln.
sir.
Appreciate you so much.
That's great.
Hey,
yeah.
thanks a lot.
Appreciate you.
Really appreciate
Give
it.
it up for the legend, Lincoln.
Yeah, that was
Hey,
great.
the
That's
legend
awesome.
himself, man.
That is so cool. All right, appreciate you, Raider Nation. Appreciate everyone that's in the chat room tonight. Justin Marmon in there with another $5 donation. Says his stomach hurts so bad from laughing. That's awesome, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate Robert Pena. Appreciate Paul Edgerton.
I was like, I think there might be more.
I don't know.
You only get to know if you're in the
No,
chat.
no,
You
You
don't
gotta
get
be in
to
the
know if you gotta be in the
You gotta
chat.
be in the chat room.
Good call out,
Because
Michelle.
I'm not going to make the Rod Stewart jokes. Okay, so thank you for getting that one. Hooligan Nation is in there. Martin is in there. Tony is in there. Oakland Fan is in there. Raider Rue is in there. What's up, Rue? Rue,
Hey.
you've been on fire on the Twitters here lately, man.
Has he? Good.
Yeah, Rue has been killing on the Twitter. Let's see. What is it? Always Raider 273? Yes. Raider 273.
Was that Alan Bell?
Oh, that of course. I hate that they don't put the
Oh, if
freaking.
they don't
allow for the
say
names
the
anymore,
face.
man.
know.
Davalos is in there. Trinidad is in there. Ron the Mater Raider, of course. Paul Edgerton over there. Gianluca Morelli. Robert Pena. Martin is in there. Man, so many of our good friends. We appreciate you so very, very much. All right, so you guys want to talk about the Raiders? Fine. We'll talk about the damn Raiders. All right? And we're going to talk about the Raiders because we have already this season been reaching historical levels of bad, and we continue to strive to be worse. And so I don't know if you guys remember some of the old bits like Johnny Carson where he would be like, how bad are the Raiders? And then, right? And then everybody would go, how bad are they? And then he would like say a thing, right? So let's play a little bit of that.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you guys, how bad are the Raiders? And then you ask me in back, and then I'm going to read you a stat. Okay, ready? Play along at home. Anybody that's in the chat room. How bad are the Raiders?
How bad are they?
With the Dolphins joining the Raiders as being eliminated from the playoffs, the two longest playoff win droughts will be extended. Dolphins' last win was December 30th, the year 2000 versus the Colts. The Raiders, January 19th versus your Tennessee Titans. Every other team has a playoff win since the start of the 2010 season. The Raiders are bad, you guys.
How bad are they?
We have history made, Jeff. Kenny Pickett had the fewest passing yards of 64 in a game in NFL history for anyone that completed at least 15 passes.
How many passing yards did he have?
64. The Raiders are bad, Michelle.
How bad are they?
During their 8-game losing streak, the Raiders have been outscored 15.1 points per game and outgained 147 yards per game. Losses by more than 30 points with Pete Carroll. 3 times in 14 games with the Raiders. 3 times in 246 games with the Seahawks. Once with the Patriots, once with USC, never with the Jets. The Raiders, bro, they're bad.
How bad are they?
Offensive linemen to allow 10 or more sacks and pass protection this year. Stone Forsythe, 11.5 allowed.
Is that the most?
Yes. But according to Pete, he's playing the best ball he's played this year, or playing the best ball he's ever played. That man says, can go to the podium, look you dead in the eye, and say that this guy is playing the best ball of his career, and he's leading the league in sacks allowed, Michelle.
And he hasn't played but 10 games or whatever, right? He didn't start the season.
Dan Moore from the Titans is 11. And you know who's third on the list?
Oh, no.
DJ Glaze, the other tackle on our team, Michelle, rounds out the top 3 with 10 sacks allowed.
Okay, I'm sorry. On what planet is Pete Carroll not just fired at this point? What's the point of him even being there, except to try to gaslight us at every podium approach?
How can you, like, for real though, like, how can you get up in front of an audience that you know is going out, broadcasted out to hundreds of thousands of people, which is becoming less and less and less every week?
Yeah.
But how can you go up there and say this shit with a straight face? Because this is just one isolated comment, but like, I don't know. Like, it's one thing to call, you know, like we joke about the delusional thing, we do all that, and I get being confident, and I get wanting to pump your guys up, and I get like you not want to throw people under the bus and yada yada yada. But like at one point, Michelle, like it doesn't compute. It's like how can you?
It just feels like he doesn't think we have access to the information that everybody has access to. Like you can't spin a narrative because we can see that it's the lie. Like it's not true.
It's right there.
That's the part that's frustrating because you can be confident, sure, but you don't have to lie to figure out ways to be confident. Like you ain't got a fucking PR guy that can help you spin a line and try to make people feel better. Like that's a lie. Saying that somebody is playing their best, unless it's his best, and if it is, fucking get him out of the NFL. That can't be his best. It can't be his. If it is, get rid of him.
Exactly. Well, and you know, like you know, we've kind of talked a lot about the media and all that stuff, and the little softballs that gets thrown to Pete and all that stuff. Like, I wish that one of those guys, because it's not slamming him and it's not putting him on the spot and all that, but like it's stats, bro. Stone Forsythe leads the league in sacks allowed. So the follow-up question to Pete Carroll should have been...
Wait a minute, we don't do follow-up questions, Jeff.
No.
I don't even know who asked the question, or if it was even a question asked, or if it was just unsolicited and, you know, gushing that freaking Pete Carroll wanted to talk about Stone Forsythe. But, like, I feel like one of those guys should have been like, well, doesn't he lead the league in sacks allowed?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean,
yes.
And that's not going, hey, dumbass. Like, it's not doing anything that, like, the team wouldn't want you to do. But, like, hey, man, like, are you sure that he's playing the best ball right now? Because
the numbers say otherwise. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's infuriating. That's such a great call out, Jeff. Like, the lack of follow-up and the lack of, you can follow up with facts.
Right.
To where you're not, you know, being critical of the team. You're just asking a simple question.
Sure.
Presenting a simple fact, and then allow him to then marinate on that. That's the shit we want to hear in the press room. You know, but these guys are, listen, I'm not going to, I'll save that soapbox, I promise. But it drives me insane that there's no one in that room that's willing to at least push back a little bit on the brass, mainly on Pete Carroll, to put him in a position, because that, Jeff, you're putting him in a corner. Done with the Seahawks when they boosted freaking Pete and Geno's ass out of there. All of a sudden, they're a Super Bowl contender again because John Schneider rebuilt. John Schneider is one of the best GMs and not talked about enough in our recent NFL history. That dude has built monster football teams.
Right.
Just like Al Davis used to build monster football teams. And that's why Tom Flores never got a lot of credit during those times, because Al was the one that was building those monster football teams.
Right.
John Schneider is clearly, at this point, the reason that the Seahawks were the Seahawks. It wasn't Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll did a bunch of illegal shit at USC, won a couple of national titles, failed as the coach of the Jets, failed as the coach of the Patriots, and now has been an abysmal failure as coach of the Raiders. So quit telling me he's a Hall of Fame coach. He's not, because those 2 NCAA championships don't mean shit for the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
And you look at the roster that the Seahawks had, I could have been the coach.
100%.
And won a Super Bowl.
The Legion of Boom, a badass offensive line, and Marshawn goddamn Lynch.
Yeah.
It's
prime Russell Wilson.
And prime Russ. It's an atrocity, frankly, that they didn't win more than one.
Right. Yeah. Agreed.
And if it wasn't for dumbass Pete's call on the 4th down play, or on
Hello?
the goal line, they probably would have won back to back.
Yeah.
Hello.
And then he went, oh, geez, whatever.
Where's Josh Dubois?
Oh,
where's he at?
Where do you think I get a lot of these stats?
Like, where is he? Like, get him back in the press room.
Oh, I wish.
No,
No,
you know what I mean? Like,
they don't want guys like that in the press room. They don't want guys like that in the press room. They won't allow it. They won't do it. They're chicken shit.
Yeah.
Hear me? I said that out loud with all my chest. The Raiders organization has become chicken shit. They're afraid of confrontation. They're afraid of reality. The social media team is the most tone-deaf social media team. They put out a tweet before this game against the Eagles and said it's a statement game. And lost
made a
their
statement,
12th
all right.
game of the year by 31
we
points.
felt that statement.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's an embarrassment, y'all. It's a freaking embarrassment. And the Raiders organizations become chicken shit. And whatever. You want to, whatever. Not like we get access anyways. You can't revoke anything. You can't cancel us because we refuse to be. But like, that's bullshit, man. Like, and I wondered about that because we got like invited by the Raiders to go to a game a couple years ago. Like, we had a lot more like heat from the organization, and now that's kind of dried up. And I think it's because we just call it like it is. And it's, well, I'm gonna stop.
Stop, just in case they invite us again.
Well, that's true. But it's true. Like, we get blocked by some of these beat writers, and it's like, no one said anything inflammatory. We don't talk about anybody personally or insulting or anything. We're asking genuine questions, and we're calling upon genuine accountability. Because I'll tell you what, you want to know what accountability sounds like? This is one of my favorite clips. This is a non-Raider clip that came out of the NFL this week. This is Todd Bowles, the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, after they gave up a monster game in their division to the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah.
They absolutely lost a game that they really needed to have. And listen to Todd Bowles after the game. This is interesting, guys. Tell me what your thoughts are.
What do you tell them in the locker room after a game like this?
It's inexcusable. You don't make excuses. You gotta fucking care enough where the shit hurts. You gotta fucking care enough where the shit hurts. It gotta fucking mean something to you. It's more than a job. It's your fucking livelihood. How well do you know your job? How well can you do your job? Well, you can't sugarcoat that shit. It was in the fucking excusable, and there's no fucking answer for it. There's no excuse for it. And that's what you tell them in the locker room. Look in the fucking mirror.
That's one of that's
Hit a friggin' applause on that.
There's no rage more scary than quiet rage.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Todd Bowles is boiling inside and challenging these men. These are not college players, which college players get paid now too.
Yeah.
These are not youth athletes. This is your job. This is your livelihood. You got to look yourself in the mirror. This is leadership. This is accountability. Some people were like, oh, he threw his players under the bus. No, he didn't. He challenged them to be accountable. And fucking Pete doesn't hold anybody accountable to anything. It's an apology tour. It's an excuse tour. And Michelle, it drives me insane because no one in the press room pushes back. No one puts Pete in a position to make a statement like Todd Bowles just did after the game there. It drives me, and it's like, I don't understand why people are afraid of confrontation. You can do it in a respectful way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you can push and not be shitty about it.
Yeah.
And then, and I don't even think Pete's capable of doing what Todd Bowles just did right there. But like, wasn't that refreshing?
Absolutely. And the thing about it is, Pete shouldn't have to be pushed to sound like that. He should be feeling like that and expressing it and being able to express that at the podium. Like, he shouldn't have to be pushed and asked and poked and prodded until
That's
he
true.
shows
Yeah.
a little bit of like care that the Raiders have sucked worse than they have in so long. Like, but yeah, it's absolutely refreshing. And a head coach should be the one doing that. Like it's just, I hate that we have a coddled baby as our head coach, because it's trickled down and the rest of the team looks weak and they look like they don't give a shit because no one's holding them accountable to give a shit. I don't know. It just, I hate it.
Jeffy, so they make a couple of moves, fire a coordinator or two, have to end up acquiescing and make offensive line changes and other personnel changes based on injury.
Right.
Right. But like, if it weren't for a forced hand, it's like, what are the excuses left? There are no, right?
You're running out of blame. The blame game is about over. You can blame Tom McMahon. You can blame Chip Kelly, even though Chip Kelly has kind of come out and said, well, I couldn't call my offense because somebody else had authority over my freaking plan. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like Pete has kind of done that. He's deflected. He's done really well at deflecting and all that stuff. He deflects away from Geno. He deflects away from Alex Kappa. He deflects away from Stone Forsythe. He deflects away from all this stuff.
What about his kids?
Or his freaking kids, but when you point something else, you got three fingers pointing back at you.
Come on.
Like, you know what I mean? Like at what point is like, does someone call him out? You know what I mean? And if it's not any of the people in the press room, and it's not, because clearly all of us are already doing it. Like all you got to do is scroll for a half a second. Now, like no joke, like that. Like when you lose folks like that, like at what point do you just, when is Mark just going to hold him account? Like, just what, when he fires him in January on Black Monday? Like that's when you're going to hold him accountable instead of throughout the entire season? Like, I'm curious to see what, I'm pretty young and I wasn't watching press conferences when Pete was the coach of the Jets. But, like, I want to know what those press conferences were like when he was ass.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like, I don't know, because we didn't have access to that stuff back then.
I'm just curious. Yeah. I'm just curious.
Because back then, that stuff wasn't, it wasn't on the internet. It wasn't on TV.
Yeah.
It was, and that's when the media had more weight, because they would do a press conference and then it was scribed in the newspaper the next day what you said in the press conference. So the press had a lot more power. Now they don't have as much power because it's broadcasted out there. Yeah. It's also so the team can direct the narrative and put these guys under mandates or embargoes.
Well, that's what it feels like. It feels like they've been giving, whether
100%.
they're outright marching orders, there's some level of, this is the narrative that we would like to spread. You want in on it? Good. You can stay and get paid. If you're not down with it, then you can get the fuck out. Like,
I feel like it's kind of condescending at this point. Like you look at, but like you look at, I feel like they're kind of dangling it here. Pete is like, you can't talk shit about me. You know what I mean? Like you look at some of Geno's press conferences. Like, well, if your car breaks down, blame it on me. Like, fuck you, dude. Like, don't start. Do like what we want to say and all that stuff. But like, he's just like, like, I don't know, man. I'm not with it. I'm not with it.
It's got to. And listen, we know a few of those guys, and I'll give Vinny a little credit, which we've given Vinny shit. We've given all of them shit over the years, but like, he's really doing well. I think as far as all of them stands out.
Yeah,
at least the one
he's the top notch guy. Yeah,
absolutely. You know what I mean? But like, I wonder if he just goes home at night and he's just like, motherfucker. Like, you just got to, you know what I mean? Because it's got to be, because, these guys are journalists, man. I'm so with you, Michelle. I think that there's got to be a notion there that there's some sort of mandate or something there that, because it doesn't, well, whatever.
Because nobody's doing it. And that's what makes me think there's some sort of across the board.
There's no asshole in the room.
This is what we want to see. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's no Josh Dubow in the room. They're all kind of.
There's not Tim Kawakami or like one of those guys. Like, there's not somebody out there. Yeah. We brought up the Paul Kuharski argument or the discussion last week. Like, there's not that one person, because you would think there's a lot of these guys that kind of define themselves by that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? By being that person that pushes on the organization. And so, anyways, all right, we'll leave the media alone. You guys just keep doing what you're doing and whatever. Okay. Jeff, the Raiders are bad.
How bad are they?
The Raiders are 434 and 434 and 6 in regular season games since the merger in 1970.
More like 500.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. This is the first time that they were 500 since they were 2-2-1 in 1970.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. First time we haven't had a winning record since 1970.
No.
The Raiders had 75 yards of offense against the Eagles. They were 25 drives by other teams that had 75 or more yards. So
in one
single
drive.
drives.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 75 yards today for the Raiders were the fewest by any team since the Cardinals had 58 versus the Browns in 2023. It was second fewest ever for the Raiders. They had 58 against the Chargers in 1961.
Oh, jeez.
Michelle, the Raiders are historically bad.
How bad are they?
The Raiders are the first team since 1992 Seahawks to be held to fewer than 100 yards of offense twice in a season. Only other teams to do it in the Super Bowl era are the 88 Lions, the 1980 Saints, 76 Falcons, 73 Packers, 71 Bills, and 67 Falcons. Raiders were outgained 387 yards to 75 against the Eagles. Their 1.79 yards per play were their fewest as far as records go back to 1963. The previous low was 2 yards per gain. Per play, against the Steelers in 2006. Jeff, the Raiders are historically bad.
How historically bad are they?
The Raiders lose 31-0 to the Eagles after losing 31 to the Chiefs in Week 7. Before this season, they had 3 shutout losses of 31 or more points in the previous 58 seasons.
Oh, my.
Yikes, dude.
With a loss on Sunday, the Raiders will become the first team since 2002 with 10 seasons of 12 or more losses. The Raiders and Giants are both 2-11. Oh, let's talk about the Giants game. The Raiders and Giants are both 2-11 for 2-11, 2-12 now for a second straight season. The only other time two teams both started 2-11 or worse in back-to-back seasons was the 08 Lions and Rams. All right, Michelle, we're almost done. The Raiders, though, are historically bad.
How bad are they?
The Raiders are 9 games behind the Broncos in the division. The only times they finished 10 or more games behind the leader of the AFC West was 12 back at the Chargers in 06, and last year, 11 back against the Chiefs in 2025. Last one, Jeff.
Oh, thank God.
How bad are the Raiders?
How bad are they?
The Raiders are the first team in the Super Bowl era with 5 straight games allowing 4 or more sacks and fewer than 75 yards. Go Raiders?
Go Raiders.
Podcasting and YouTube,
Keeps getting
the
better.
final frontier. These are the episodes of Raiders Fan Radio.
All right, we're seeing fans on the way.
It's
all the way out
never-ending
here.
quest to bring you the adventures of
skipping
the
that.
Las Vegas
No, I'm going to do
Raiders.
the rock bottom, but it'll feed
Its
right
mission,
into the-
to raise money
okay.
for the One Nation Foundation and to win over new fans. To support the takeover of opposing stadiums and to continue its lighter side journey into the dark side.
All right, Raider Nation, appreciate you also very, very much. Just straight dejected over there.
Fucking disgusted is what
I'm
that.
s-
It's bad.
It's bad. I mean, and I hate doing stuff. I hate doing segments like that, but it's like, that's the reality of it, though. That's the, like, you know, like what Jeff was talking about earlier, where it's like, just spit the facts back at the freaking coach and see what he's got to say. And you know what I mean?
Sometimes
so it's like,
you have to lay out like all of the shit. So, because there are some people that still are living in a delusion, you know, state of mind, and sometimes that might maybe maybe we rocked somebody's shit tonight and brought him back to reality. I don't know. 'Cause
Would certainly hope so, man. Because if you can, I'll just say this: that if you're okay with any of that, then I would encourage you to raise your standards. You know,
but also good for you, because I imagine the marble bopping around in your brain. You're probably a lot happier than a lot of people. So, or at least blissful. So there's that.
There's that. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's, aside from Max Crosby, aside from Brock Bowers, aside from the potential of Ashton Genty, which we cannot judge because of the offensive line play. Add in Colton Miller.
Yeah.
What else we got? What else, as far as personnel goes? Nobody in the front office. Well, I won't say that.
Yeah.
Maybe John Spytek.
Maybe.
Because he didn't, we barely played any of his draft picks, right?
Yeah.
So aside from maybe John Spytek, what else is there? What else we got?
Yeah. I mean, we had at one point a great punter and a great kicker. I mean, they're still good, but even they've been
AJ Cole is
handcuffed. AJ Cole is,
That's
for
true.
sure. Yeah. I mean, at least we have that. But I mean, but still.
But special teams is
a great
atrocious this
punter.
year.
I mean, and he's a great punter, but I don't think I want that to be the best thing on my team.
Hell no.
No, you remember all those years when it was we had Shane Leckler, Sebastian Janikowski, and John Kondo. Those were our three best players on the team. And it's that's where we're back to now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god.
And only one of the three are really good this time.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yikes. All right, Swag Jeff. So we're going to get into this segment. The next one is going to be about are the Raiders at rock bottom?
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, but
Wait, that wasn't the last segment?
Right? Right?
But podcast dad has to go to the bathroom. So carry us for a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a conversation that Murf and I have had several times, throughout the course of the season. I mean, I feel like this is the first season that, because I'm still a newer Raider fan.
Yeah.
So I haven't been, I didn't experience the 2006 season. I didn't experience the Jamarcus years, all that stuff. I didn't experience, starting 0-10 the first season of Derek Carr. I feel like with all those seasons that we've had, the ones that I mentioned, 2006, 2014, all these, I feel like in those seasons, yes, we were bad, but yes, there was hope. I feel like this season is the first season, and I've dug in on the history of this team. I've really dug in, and I can't find a season where there literally has been no hope, and the first season where there hasn't been improvement somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like there's, in certain even in 2006 when things were really bad, we had Jamarcus. We had, something could develop from this. You know what I mean? With even in the 2014 with, we draft Derek Carr in the second round and we lose 10 games in a row and all that stuff and everything is really bad. But hey, we see some potential out of this kid. Yeah. We see something. This is the first season. You look like week 1, we beat the New England Patriots, Michelle.
Yeah.
We beat them and beat them well.
Yeah.
We were clearly the better team that game.
Yeah.
And we have done nothing but this the entire season. You look at even the Titans game, the second win that we had this season, we beat them 20-10, which we should have beat them by 50 because the Titans are really bad. But I think if the Titans and the Raiders played in week 16 of the NFL, the Titans would win.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
We've just gone progressively downhill. So is this the worst season? Is this an ATL? And I'm not talking about Atlanta. I'm talking about all-time low. Or have we hit rock bottom, Michelle?
Yeah, I feel like it is, for the reason that you mentioned about what's the hope to look forward to. Because even at the worst of times, it was wait, but I think there's a little bit of hope for the next season. Pete Carroll bet not be my hope for the next season.
Bro, for real.
Geno Smith better not. He cannot be the hope for the. So what's the hope? And then, okay, so we do draft a quarterback. What for what? So we can obliterate his career? Like what? What's the hope? Yeah, I don't see it. And I have been hopeful. I don't remember a time where I didn't find some sort of glimmer of something to latch onto and go, but at least this is good.
Sure, exactly. Well, even in those Jamarcus years, because a lot of people, a lot of people are terrified of, us having the number 1 pick potentially because, we drafted Jamarcus 20 years ago or whatever, like, drop that shit. You got to forget that shit. Yes, this shit happened, but that was a long time ago, and Jamarcus is long gone. Really show me on the Ric Flair where he hurts you. You know what I mean? But it's happened and it's over.
Yeah.
Like, move forward.
I think that's the hard part as a Raiders fan, though, because it's like every time we're like, you know what, I'm going to shake this off. I'm going to move forward. And every fucking time we get sniped from somewhere we don't even see it coming. And
exactly.
So I think it's hard to try to find hope, which makes this even more concerning because there is no hope, everybody. There's no hope.
No doubt. But like even during those seasons and during that time, we still had glimmers of hope. We still had parts of our team that were successful and all that stuff. And because like I feel like in the 2025 season, we have like, well, it's fun to see Brock Bowers play pretty good. Yeah. It's fun to see Crosby get a sack every now and then. It's fun to see, Ashton Genty bust the one time every 3 weeks that it happens, but like even in those Jamarcus years, like we had a pretty badass defense. Yeah. We had Namdi and we had Stu Schwaggart and we had, some people, and then you fast forward to the early Derek years, I mean, Woodson was still around, like we had things that you could look at, but like this year, like there's nothing to look at. I'm falling asleep on the couch.
Yeah.
That's the first round pick. That's what we had to look at.
Seriously, all we have to look at.
And so some of the folks in the chat room were talking about like this isn't rock bottom because rock bottom will be if we win another game.
Because isn't that what happened last year? Didn't last season we were sort of headed towards a relatively good pick, and then
we won a couple games at the end, and ended up winning. And then took us out. But so I want to give some respect to the folks on the Twitter.
Okay.
So I sent out a tweet and I asked the question, and I didn't realize this, and respect to our buddies Scott Gilbranson and Mo Moten. Scott actually led off their show this week with the comment that the Raiders are at rock bottom, that we've hit that what you all have been talking about. And I didn't know he was going to do that. But so this is just kind of coincidental, or it's not. It's just that's kind of where we're all at, that we're asking the question, are we truly at rock bottom as Raider fans? And for a guy that's been around and seen it for a long, long time, I would say, yeah, because of all the points that you all talked about. When you look at the 2006 season and whatnot, there were still things to latch onto. There's nothing to latch onto with this, and especially when you look at like our best player, that's not Brock Bowers or Max Crosby. Like, let me back up. Brock Bowers and Max Crosby are the two best players clearly on this football team. One of them is likely going to get traded.
Oh.
If the Raiders don't have this thing completely spun around by the trade deadline next year, the impact to the salary cap is minimal, and see you goodbye. You're going to be in Dallas. He'll be in Dallas playing just not far from where, he spent a lot of time and played high school football. And I don't blame him. I wouldn't blame him if he put a stamp on it at the end of this offseason, was like, get me the fuck out of here. I wouldn't blame him. And that's unfortunate. But anyway, so point being though, is that what is there to latch onto? Well, it's the players that we talked about earlier. There's no one in the coaching staff. There's very little in the front office. Unfortunately, now at this point, you've got to start listening. There's been no bigger apologist for Mark Davis than I'll just say for me over the years, that I've said numerous times on this microphone that there's no bigger Raider fan in the world than Mark Davis. And I respected the idea that he inherited a legacy from someone that achieved greatness in said sport and otherwise, and not only achieved greatness, but paved a new path. Was an absolute trailblazer when it came to running an NFL organization, an AFL organization, whatever the case may be. You know,
Sure.
you guys know the story behind Al.
Yeah.
So I understand that, like, there's an expectation that gets put on Mark that he's never going to achieve. So I've been willing as a fan to sit back and be patient through everything that man has had to go through. But that said, at some point, you've got to start pointing a finger. And if that finger points at Mark Davis, that there's an organizational failure that's year in and year out, well, then it doesn't, the people that are like, oh, sell the team, Mark. Listen, Mark ain't ever going to sell the goddamn Raiders. That ain't ever going to happen. So get that out of your head. But what is a logical move? And that is surrender. Be an owner in the wings. Be in the box. Be there on game day. Do your thing. But surrender to a person or whatever the formula is, somebody to handle this decision making to where the Raiders can then move forward and with a structured organization from the front office all the way down to, you know, through the coaching staff to the players and everything else. So I think that's the point where we've gotten to. And so until something like that happens, Jeff, like, it does feel like rock bottom. And let's do a little on this, and then I want to get into the calls, because the calls are amazing this week.
Yeah.
And people called in with their points and their takes on this on the Twitter there. But what is it that there's to lock onto, and where are we at? Like, there's, you know what I mean? Like, it's not Al anymore. Because even back to your 2006 point, yeah, that we were awful, but it was still Al Davis, and we were still in Oakland.
Right.
There was a legacy there to be, at least to be able to consider.
Right. And that's kind of my point there. Mark Davis needs to stop trying to be Al Davis. It's never going to happen. We're not in Oakland anymore. The mystique may or may not be gone forever. The team is not going to be the same as what it used to be. So stop trying to be your father. Be Mark Davis. Make smart decisions for this franchise. Let's stop with the retreads at whatever position that you put retreads in, whether that be the head coach position, whether that be the quarterback position. Stop trying to catch the lightning in the bottle like Al was so good at for so long. You know what I mean? Like, he was able to find those diamonds in the rough, you know, halfway through their career, you know, a la Jim Plunkett. Grab him, throw him in there, and he wins 2 Super Bowls just like that. You know what I mean? And there's a million other examples of that, but that's just one. And I feel like Al has been trying to do that for so long. He's been trying, you know, I mean, you look at the 10-year contract that he gave to John Gruden a few years ago. You know, you look at, you know, Josh McDaniels coming in. You look at, you know, I mean, there's a million examples, but like, I feel like he's tried to do that. And then you know, pepper in all the quarterbacks that he's brought in. Gardner Minshew, Geno Smith, Jimmy Garoppolo, like you know, all these players that you bring in that you're trying to do what Al did. Yeah. And you're not Al. And that's okay. But be Mark. Be smart.
Yeah. I think Al was the mystique. And it may have held on a little bit like after he passed, but the Raiders have never really taken on any kind of personality from the owner, from Mark, because he's just been trying to do maybe what he thought his dad would do instead of thinking about what he would do. I don't know. It's so hard to say, because I agree. I think he is the Raiders' biggest fan, and I think he loves them with everything in him, but I don't think he knows what to do. And he just keeps throwing things at, you know, let's go with this well-known guy, or let's go with this well-known whatever. And it's gotta suck to live in the shadow of Al Davis.
100%.
You know?
Oh,
I agree
no
with that.
doubt.
So-
No doubt.
Yeah.
And of course, the team being historically bad, it's a terrible look. And I'm certain it keeps him up at night thinking about that. Like, that's gotta be, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but I don't think I'd want to be in his position, because I do think Al was a lot of the mystique of the Raiders.
I think that's a really good point, is that, and you're never going to eclipse that. You know what I mean? And I think that's unfortunate. And I think that, like, as you all were talking, I just sat here and listed down the Raiders head coaches that check me on the list, not the interims, not counting Bisaccia, not counting Tony Sperano, but we had Dennis Allen, Jack Del Rio, Gruden, Josh McDaniels, AP, and then of course Pete Carroll. AP was, an up and coming guy, but I think that, it was a unique situation when he took that role. Dennis Allen was an attempt at a fresh hire.
Sure.
Everything else has been chasing ghosts.
Yeah.
And I think that's where, like, it seems like Mark Davis is constantly chasing ghosts. Yeah. And it's like, we got to quit doing that. And I think we need to do that as a fan base, not just as an ownership group. I think we need to quit chasing. If I hear one more person say, oh, look what happened with Derek Carr, we should have had Derek Carr. Stop chasing ghosts. It's time to, as the great Fred Biletnikoff told us, we paved a path to greatness a long time ago. And now it's time for these guys to paint some new lines on that road. The end, man. The end. Stop chasing ghosts.
Let's not.
Oh, we can honor the mystique. We can honor the legacy of the Raiders. We can honor the greatness of the Raiders, and that will always be near and dear to all of us. But we've got to stop chasing that. We have got to create a new version of what that looks like in the silver and black and in Las Vegas. And so, all right, let's get on to these. Let's go to these calls. So I asked a question on the Twitter there. Are the Raiders at rock bottom? And y'all, these calls are phenomenal. I'm going to play a couple of these, and then we're going to roll into Sea of Fans, Jeff. So we've got two of these to get to first. We're going to start off with our buddy David.
Hey, Murph, this is David. I've gone back and forth with you a couple times on Twitter. I actually live in the Bahamas. Anyhow,
lucky.
With the team, I'm actually, this is rock bottom to me. And I think one of the problems many of us fans had was, we'd always find a way to win those couple of games. Last year, it didn't really matter because this year's quarterback crop was looking pretty sad in the 2025 draft. But we'd always find a way to blow that pick, etc. But I think part of the reason is because Derek Carr and AOC and guys like that actually care. So I think I'm hoping that the organization now realizes no more Band-Aids, no more stopgaps. Just draft a young quarterback. You can build around that and give a young coach. And I don't care if it's giving Salah a second chance, getting Shula, getting, Jim Bob, whatever his name is with the Colts, giving whatever a young quality coordinator a chance and giving that quarterback 4 to 5 years and just see what happens. So I think this is actually the end of this nonsense that we've seen for years. So yeah, okay, right now it's like really depressing. And I don't think we're going to win a game. People can say, oh, the Giants. Dude, the Giants are competitive every game. This team is not competitive. Jackson Dart is going to want to win that game. And the Chiefs, they still have a top 5 defense. And Minshew, outside of last year, has always been a pretty half-decent quarterback. So I do not see us winning a game the rest of the season, which I think is a positive thing, because this is what has to happen. We needed the true change job. Look at the Jaguars right now. Look at when Burrow's healthy. Look at the Bengals. The list goes on and on of these number one quarterbacks. Look at the Bears and Patriots at the moment with both those guys being healthy. So that's the only way you can turn around the team, and that's how you attract free agents. That's how you attract quality coaches, is by having that young quarterback. So yes, this is rock bottom, and if they play their cards right, and please, these fans talking about trading out of the number one pick, please get your head checked. Draft Mendoza, and that's the only chance you have.
Yep.
And these guys who say, oh, we need help everywhere, again, you get that quarterback first, you can start signing linemen in free agency. We've got 10 draft picks next year to fill out defense, offense, etc. And Spytek's draft's not looking half bad. It was just the coach refused to play these guys for reason that is completely unknown. Okay, man, take care. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Give it up for David.
Come on, David.
Out of the gate. First call ever here into the show. Nice. We appreciate you, David. And that's it. I mean, that's a great take. And yes, I agree with him. His point there about people talking about trading out of the pick. Stop it. It's the most important
if it's
position.
There, you get it.
God.
The most important position in all of team sports is quarterback. The end.
Yep.
You've got to get the quarterback. And for those of you that have been a Raider fan long enough, all you got to do is look at our own history.
Man.
Draft Derek Carr in 2014, build a wall around him. That's it. The end. Of course, they drafted Gabe Jackson, but then they signed Kelechi Osemele, they signed Rodney Hudson, they signed Donald Penn. Like, they built a wall around their rookie quarterback. Granted, Derek was drafted in the second round, but yes, it's Fernando Mendoza and or Dante Moore or maybe Ty Simpson. I don't care I don't care where we're at. Whoever the best prospect is at the time in which we draft him. Yep. I don't care if he's your favorite or not. That doesn't matter. Yeah. Who's the best prospect at the time in which we draft?
Yeah.
That's it.
And those two are the two that you said. I think it's Mendoza or Moore.
I would think so. Although I asked about, Valerie Son Mason, huge Georgia fan, and obviously big rival with Alabama, and they had the SEC championship recently and all that. And I asked him, I'm like, so what about Ty Simpson, man? I'm like, tell me about that guy. I'm like, because I was kind of thinking he could be in the mix for the Raiders, and but now he's kind of fallen off, and Georgia beat the shit out of him, and he goes, he's got no offensive line. He's like, Georgia's defense had no business getting after him the way that they did in that game. So he's like, I think he's pretty good. And so I'm like, okay. I'm like, so that's somebody that lives and dies SEC and Georgia and everything else. So I kind of trust that opinion more than my own, my casual Alabama football viewing, So if that's the guy, but for real, y'all, it doesn't matter. Whoever is there of the top 4 or 5 guys, because we're not going to fall out of a top 5 pick. I wouldn't think.
We're not going to fall out of a top 3.
We can't, right? At this point, unless something stupid happens.
I mean, we have a chance to win one more game.
Just the Giants game. That's it.
To me, that's it. Because I think even Gardner Minshew on the Chiefs still whips our ass.
That's going to be an interesting game, y'all. That's going to be a weird one. I don't know what's going to go on there because Andy Reid loves to embarrass the Raiders. Ring around the rosy, anybody?
At home, yeah.
And he's
at home,
and he's going to do it. He's going to do it.
But Pat's not going to be there. Kelsey's probably going to be sat down by then.
I don't
Chris
think he
Jones
is
going to be sat down. You think he's going to play all the big guns?
Hell yes. Hell yes.
We'll see.
I thought about that, and we've had a conversation about this a couple days ago, and I thought a lot about it.
Okay.
No, Andy Reid is going to play Travis Kelce. He's going to play Chris Jones. He's going to play all these guys because he wants to wipe his freaking feet on us. That's all he wants to do. Yes.
I mean, you're not wrong.
And if that means that we're going to have the number 1 overall draft pick, okay.
Sure.
He ain't scared of us.
No, Andy Reid's never been scared. No. And he sure shit ain't scared of Pete Carroll.
Hell no.
Yeah.
No, he feels sad for him.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
He feels pity.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Preach. All right, next up. Hey, first-time caller to the show.
Oh.
Hey.
You ready for this?
Okay.
This is cool. There's a celebrity in the building.
Ooh.
Murf, Michelle, Swag, Jeff, this is Scott Branson from Silver and Black Tail. Leaving you a quick voicemail because, man, after the latest beatdown, I know you're all feeling it. Look, the Raiders have officially hit a new rock bottom, 2-12, staring at a potential number 1 draft pick. It's ugly, it's painful, and honestly, guys, it feels like this franchise has been stuck in this cycle forever. But here's a silver lining, and it's a big one. For the first time in way too long, they're in a prime position to draft a franchise quarterback in the first round. That QB pick, without a doubt, the massive first step, the foundation to finally rebuilding this roster and the entire franchise the right way. They've got the cap space coming, young pieces to build around. This could be the reset that they finally get right.
Finally.
And anyone out there thinking they shouldn't take a quarterback with a top pick, you're either munching on way too many edibles or you're just straight up brain dead. No offense, but come on. They've tried everything else. The NFL is a quarterback league, and the Raiders need to take a big bet on a young one on a rookie deal. Anyway, I love what you guys do over there. Keep bringing that lighter side to the dark times. Talk soon to all of you. I'm out. Raider Nation, take care.
Let's go, dude.
You know you're kind of a big deal when Scott Branson is calling your show, man.
I'm telling you, man.
Absolutely there. So no, I appreciate Scott so very, very much for that call. And listen, Scott is not a fan. Scott's a journalist.
Yeah.
He's middle of the road. He is not a Raider fan, right? Mo and his co-host is technically professed a Raider fan.
Yeah.
But he's put that aside to cover the NFL for Bleacher Report. And whatnot.
Sure.
When you've got guys like that are like, yep, this is an all-time low.
Yeah.
That's not an emotional take, Michelle, like what we have here at Raiders Fan Radio, right?
No, and that's kind of how it's good to hear from a perspective that isn't just sort of going on emotion and clouded a little bit. It does give it I don't want to say it gives it more weight, but yeah, it's good to hear a sane take, and that's not clouded by Silver and Black. So I love to listen to the Silver and Black today.
It's a great show.
Yeah,
it's a great show. It's the only podcast I listen to when it comes to the Raiders.
Real quick though, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I wanted to say Trinidad said something. He said Vicious would be letting the Raiders win just to F over the Raiders. And man, that would, for Randy Reed to let the Raiders win.
Oh, sure.
And that was kind of your point that you were talking about. Yeah.
That would be, oh boy, that would be
That's
hardcore.
That's why I think there's a possibility. I'm not saying this is a given, whatever. But it's a possibility Andy Reid sits everybody of talent.
Could you imagine?
Every talent, especially the vets. I think he sits.
Well,
all
yeah, and he
those
could
guys.
say, well, we don't want him to get hurt. There's no reason for them to be playing. Yeah, it's such an easy way for him to do that.
Well, and you know what? And here's a hot take. It wouldn't shock me if the Raiders did the same thing.
Oh.
I know Max Crosby wants to play every snap, every game, everything. But if I'm John Spytek and I know I've got a coach getting ready to exit the building, you think I'm risking the guy that potentially has trade value? You think I want Max Crosby ending his season with an ACL injury when I'm going to try to trade him in the offseason? It ain't show friends, y'all. It's show business. This is a goddamn business. And if I'm John Spytek, I'm sitting Brock Bowers. I'm sitting Max Crosby. I'm sitting even Geno Smith. I'm telling Pete, you're sitting their asses. The end. And if you don't think that they haven't already been talking about what the next transition is going to be in freaking Henderson, you're out of your mind.
Right.
They are already having these conversations. When you listen to the comments that Pete Carroll made this week on this most recent press conference, when they were asking him, does he think that he's coaching for his job? And he's like, I don't know. I'm well past that. Please.
Sir.
He sees, he knows it's done. So if they're going to give the keys of the kingdom to anybody, it's going to be John Spytek. And I'm telling Pete, you better sit every one of them motherfuckers. Don't get any of my guys that I want to keep for next season. Don't get them hurt.
Well,
I think that's where it's going.
Yeah, I'm with you, and I could totally see that. But you want to know a hot take? I think that all the Chiefs backups could beat our starters 31-14.
Well, that's true.
Well,
you know what I mean? So
wrong.
Andy Reid could try to do that, but
that's true.
You know what I mean?
That's very true.
Oh my gosh!
All right, Jeff. Let's go ahead and hit a break here. Then let's play some HTO, and then get into the quote. See you, fans.
Okay, deal.
Hey, Raider Nation, this is Max Crosby from the Oakland Raiders.
And goes down, and Max Crosby, who forced a fumble last week.
You're listening to on Raiders Fan Radio. Thank you so much. Just win, baby.
This is Raiders Fan Radio. I'm Brent Musburger, and I don't care who wins as long as it's the Raiders.
Need some refreshment? Sip Real. At HTO, you can dive into dozens of flavors of real and real refreshing iced tea. Mix and match your faves or grab a gallon to go. HTO. Real tea, real refreshing.
Play the other one.
Well, I was going to say that HTO is definitely real refreshing. You know what else HTO?
Oh, it does something else.
It sure does.
HTO. It fucks hard.
I drink that tea.
Hell yeah, you would. Oh my gosh.
That's the best.
That's
I mean,
incredible.
I want to do the
love that.
HTO commercial that we play, where it's like pouring all this splashing iced tea and all that, and then just play Martin's voiceover on
Absolutely.
that thing. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love you guys. Love you, Raider Nation. Somebody shout the chat room around here for crying out loud.
I don't have
Michelle?
it pulled up. I've got the
you don't have-
emails.
oh, 'cause
I
you
got
got
the
the
emails.
emails.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. That's right.
Jeff.
Okay, I got you.
Come on,
T-Hom,
Jeff.
T-Hom
What
is
the fuck
in.
is the matter with you, Jeff?
He's up, motherfucker. Damn it.
He's over there thinking about tea.
I'm over there thinking about cousin Becky's pecans.
That's
all I've been thinking
I
about.
wasn't entirely sure where we were going there for a minute.
Yeah, no, just her pecans.
Just her pecans.
Just her pecans.
Just.
Let's see. T-Hom is it?
HTO.
Becky's pecans.
It fucks hard.
Damn right, son. Hell yeah. Martin is in there, speaking of which. Raider Rick is in there. East Coast Raider is in there. T-Hom is in there. Angel is in there. Ron the Mater Raider. Chris Mann is in there. Mojo is in the building. Guareb is in there. Let's see. Paul is in there. Lencho is in there. Let's see who else in there. Raider Rick is in there. Mud Tide is in there. Man, we got the whole crew, dude.
That's
Oakland
awesome,
fan, 5262 in there. Yeah, dude, we got everybody, bro.
That's awesome, man. Well, appreciate you all, Raider Nation. Appreciate everybody that corresponds with us each and every week. So you can contact the show a multitude of ways. You can call the show at 909-345-3346. That's 909-345-3346. Or you can email the show at show, that is SHO W@RaidersFanRadio.com. And if you email the show an indefinite amount of times and we read them on the show, or you leave your message and we play it 3 or more times, you can become the next made man or made maiden here at Raiders Fan Radio. And we have a new wrinkle to the Sea of Fans.
A new wrinkle?
A wrinkle?
I got Twitter.
Bro.
I got people that tweeted messages.
Oh,
holy shit, bro.
Yeah, so I'm going to, before we get into the emails, and Michelle
Oh my gosh.
always has-
Okay, well, hold on. Let me get my pen out so I can write all this shit down.
Get your pen there. Or just get a knife out and carve it into your dashboard there.
As you're driving down the highway.
So, Michelle, before you get to the emails, I've got these tweets here. So this is from Wolfpack Raider. He is at Wolfpack Raider. What's stronger? This is a perfect segue here, as we call it in the biz. What's stronger, the desire for Mr. Taylor Swift to end his career with another win over the Raiders, Minshew shredding us as revenge, or the Chiefs totally screwing us and laying down to ruin our chance of drafting a quarterback? Even laying down, I think we lose, but ...
Which one of those scenarios is the worst?
So what do you think is the most likely outcome, Michelle? Do you think that the Chiefs lay down, or do you think that they would rather relish in the idea of embarrassing the Raiders at Allegiant Stadium on the way out?
I think that's the more likely. Nobody wants to lose.
Yeah,
No
exactly.
one's going to lose. So,
Especially if Travis is on his way to retirement.
Yeah.
He ain't walking
He
off.
ain't gonna want to punk the Raiders one more time.
At Allegiant, for sure. Yeah, that's... Yeah.
And they don't give a shit about draft position.
No.
Yeah, so I agree. All right, this next up was got our buddy down in Australia. This is our buddy Rossi Biddle. He is at Zilla Stompy. He says, we all want the number 1 pick, so no need for a hot take. My question to you is, apart from those on a rookie contract, Crosby, Miller, or Cole, who else is going to be retained? That Raider Nation, that's a rebuild in a nutshell. It starts with the quarterback, but so many holes. I think you answered your own question. The only people, aside from those on a rookie contract, that the Raiders would retain would be Max Crosby, Colton Miller, and AJ Cole. Do you guys disagree?
No, that's
nope.
The end, right?
That's it.
So no, yeah, Rossi, we agree, brother.
Yeah.
All right, next up, we got last one here. This is our buddy Martin. Shout out Martin. He loves HTO.
Hell yeah, he does.
Hell yeah. I'm seeing a lot. This is an interesting question, actually. I'm seeing a lot more Guardian caps. Those are the big padded caps to go on the helmets there. And seeing a lot more Guardian caps being used in the NFL games this season, do you see this trend continuing, expanding, maybe even becoming compulsory at some point in the future? I'll give you my quick answer, and then we'll go to you first, Jeff. I think that the Guardian cap is a result of, number one, the NFL becoming a lot more aware of CTE and head injuries and those types of things. But then I think it's also like you're going to see more of them for if you got a guy that's got an injury, who's got a concussion, I think the default is then to automatically will become
for a couple games,
at least, if not a preventative measure. It's like when you watch college football, you see, like almost every offensive lineman in college football is wearing double knee braces. You don't see that in the NFL because they're not wanting to get hurt in their senior year, risking their draft potential. You know what I'm saying? So I think that like it's going to become a preventative move. So I think, Martin, I think we're going to see more and more of that going forward.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. I think, I mean, it kind of seemed weird at first when you saw the first couple people wearing it and stuff like that. But I mean, you don't really notice it. And I mean, if the league is all about safety, it's going to have to be one or two things. They're going to either all have to wear these things or there's going to have to be serious, improvements in the helmet infrastructure. They really have. I think they'll be even more.
I agree.
So
I agree.
I think if you've had 3 or more concussions, or maybe even 2 or more concussions, you should be required to wear it. Like, it just seems so silly to play with your future and your brain and your family's future with you. It just seems wild to me. Is it goofy looking? It is. It looks like something from Super Mario Brothers. Like, I'm not going to lie. When I see it, I'm like, the fuck is that? And then I'm like, oh, it's one of those things. But at the same time, if you've had multiple concussions, the percentage, like your risk just skyrockets. Don't fuck around with your brain. I get it. Like, when you're young, you don't think about those things. Like, I ever was on a skateboard, I didn't think about hitting my head on concrete. Like, that was never a thought until I'm older and can't remember shit. It's just like
once the prefrontal cortex gets molded, then we turn into different people, right?
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah. So I don't know. It just seems. I think that's where it will go eventually. If they really do care about the players and their safety and their health, then I think that's where it's headed.
I think they will, and I don't think this is just a hot take here. I don't think the NFL is that. I don't think they care enough.
Oh, I don't either. But I'm saying they're saying that they do.
But I think the agents and the players and the families of players definitely should care for that stuff. And I think that will become, they'll take ownership of those things very much.
It's wild to me that a guy like Tua does not wear
one. My gosh, that one's
You know
bananas.
what I mean? Like, that's goofy, man. Like, wear that shit. Get all the protection you can get.
Anything you can get.
Like, that dude is just...
wear 2 of them.
Yeah.
Bro,
seriously.
for real.
Like, yeah. No, it's and
that's a weird one.
and like and I know you've got a young son that's getting ready to come up and start playing. Both my boys played football. Like, just as a mom, Michelle, like it's such a heightened awareness around that stuff now because like it's so fleeting. It's so fleeting. These times are so brief. Even an NFL career, it's so fleeting. Like it's not. And one of my favorite podcasts that I listen to nowadays is that and we give a lot of respect to Will and Taylor and the Bussin' with the Boys guys, but their locker room podcast that they do on the NFL, it's so freaking good. And one of the last ones that they did, so they've got Delaney Walker on there and they've got, oh my gosh, speaking of CTE, they've got Clay Matthews on there, Clay Matthews Jr. on there. And Clay was like talking about a thing and then like stopped. And he was like, I don't know, I lost it.
Yeah.
And all of them collectively, all 4 guys were like, we've all taken bumps on the head, man. That's scary. And we all have those kinds of moments. And it makes them like, you have these guys now that are in their like mid to late 30s that have been out of the NFL now for a hot minute. And they're starting to like wonder, like, well, we've taken the hits. You know what I mean? Like it's becoming much more of a concern, and so I think it's a fair question there from Martin asking the question about it, and I think that you'll start to see more of it in youth football.
Oh right, yeah.
Like
agree.
Again, to go back to my college point about on your knees wearing 2 knee braces on your knees. Like if I've got a kid that's got a future or looks like he's potentially got a future in the NFL or even a D1 college level or whatever, like, put that shit on.
Yeah.
I don't care if you look stupid. I don't care if you look like a mushroom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. Like,
No. Yeah, I don't understand. And of course, like, I'm on the other side of wisdom, age. I'm older. When you're young like that, you really, even looking at examples of people when I was younger, I could see my future, but I didn't see it. I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
You're young. You don't think about those things. So, yeah, your family needs to be stepping in and saying,
yeah, no doubt. Well, you look at you look at youth football right now. I mean, and I haven't been around youth football in a really long time, but like I feel like those they got old helmets. Like they just are helmets that have been passed on and stuff like that. So I feel like doing something like that, especially with the youth football program, like throwing one on everybody, like just to be safe.
Well, the only thing when it comes to youth, and I'll say this real quick, and I want to get to the emails there, Michelle, because we got to get going here.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing on that is that, again, both my boys played football. They started playing it when they were 5 years old. There's not enough impact. They only weigh
that's true.
30 pounds.
Yeah,
That's
true.
They're wearing 10-pound helmets. There's only so much you can do. But when you start to become into your adult body, when you start to get into high school and early college, when you're 200 pounds of muscle running at each other, or 300 pounds of muscle running at each other.
That's true.
That's a whole different story there.
Well,
so
and
you
you
can only
see them
knock them around so much when they're little.
Going up for those catches and coming down and their heads
they
bouncing off the
snap
ground.
back
Man,
on the
that
ground.
is
Yeah,
so
yeah,
scary
yeah.
to see. That
Yeah.
I would need to see that one time, and I'm like, give me the helmet. Bring me my helmet, please. Like,
Yeah.
one time. That's all it would take.
All right, Michelle, who do we got for the emails tonight?
Okay, first we have James Williams. Family, it's time. The Raiders had 75 total yards while Saquon rushed for 78. Greg Olson is on the live broadcast talking about trading Max. It's time to talk about why the Raiders are in this position. The hiring and firing of coaches and GMs every season, for starters, can't ever get continuity in the locker or organization. Remember, Pete Carroll came to the Raiders after Ben Johnson gave the Raiders the middle finger. What else happens when you hire and fire coaches? You get a coach who is dead set on getting his people in while letting talent walk. Hello, Josh Jacobs. Hello, Robert Spillane. You get a motherfucker in who trades away a top 5 player for peanuts. By the way, Mac is still dominating. That same motherfucker can't draft for shit, and his people, for the most part, are gone. Hey, Mark Davis, did you ever ask your father why he traded that motherfucker away? This is what happens.
Jeez, who's this again?
This is James Williams.
Damn, James, he's bringing it.
This is what happens when you keep Carr for 9 years, not realizing that he hit his ceiling and not draft his replacement, or bring Tom Brady in when he wanted to be the quarterback. Maybe if the Raiders had drafted a fucking quarterback, Ben Johnson would be in Vegas. You can't keep hiring and firing coaches every year, period. No one is going to want to be in this organization. The Raiders better not win another game. It's time to actually control the draft. James Williams.
Damn, James.
Let's go, dude.
I would have thought I wrote that.
No joke.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, so this is from Doc, and he actually sent an email last week when we didn't have a show, and he's referencing, he was really positive last week. This is this week.
Okay.
Hi, guys. I sent you an email last week after the loss to the Donkeys stating that I was okay with it since the rookies played well and our draft stock was rising. Well, after the Eagles stole our lunch money and shoved our heads in the toilet, I feel I need to walk that back, especially since the rookies did not have a good day. Can't kill them for it, and perhaps they would be better by now had more games under their belt, but it is what it is. I just hope we do not blow it on the last game of the season by beating the Kermit-less Chiefs. I also asked you a question last week, which became even more pertinent, seeing how many holes we have on the roster. If we had the number 1 pick, would you draft a quarterback, or would you trade it to the Jets, for example, if they offered 2 first-round picks this year, 1 in 2027, and maybe a couple more late-round picks? I want a QB, don't get me wrong, but we need so much all over the roster. At least I hope this debacle will make clear to everyone that we need a long rebuild and that Pete is not the one to do it. Last week, I was sure Spytek was the guy to do it. This week, I am less sure. Take care, Doc.
Hey, appreciate you, Doc. No, don't draft. Don't trade out. Get the quarterback. Get the damn quarterback.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, it's a quarterback league, man.
Just
I
keep
mean,
it
if
simple.
you're in the position to get a guy, you get your guy.
You get your guy.
You get your guy. It doesn't matter what, because like, what do we always say? Like, draft picks are not guaranteed. Yeah. You know what I mean? But
they're
if you
all crapshoots.
Yeah, exactly. But if you, I mean, and even the The number one pick is as well. But I mean, if you see potential in your guy, go get your guy.
Yeah.
Mo made a great point in the last Silver and Black today that people are when they're afraid to draft a quarterback in the first round because you might miss. When you get to the lower rounds, it gets exponentially worse. The best odds for you to hit on a quarterback are in the first round.
Yeah.
So draft quarterbacks.
I loved that. Yeah.
That was a great point.
It
man.
was.
Yeah.
Is
that's
that like
solid, yeah.
it's the Derek Carrs of the world that you hit in the top of the second, the Kenny Stablers that you hit the top of the second? That's the rarity. Those are the exceptions.
Yeah.
The most frequent hits are in the first round. So hit them in the first round.
There you go.
Yep.
Next, we have Martin.
Martin.
Hi, friends. So here we are
Martin.
again on the back of another humiliating defeat. What to say?
Yay.
The only real positive is that other results mean our shot at a top draft pick remains possible. Wait a minute. That was last week's email after the Denver game. Never mind. It's still valid. Can we take a moment to appreciate the long game that the Raiders have played this season, though? Seriously, it has a final twist worthy of the best spy movie. 2024 saw Minshew at QB1 swap with AOC twice due to either calamity or injury. We finished with RAIDER at QB3. Then Pete got Geno in to rescue the franchise, and Minshew endeared himself to Raider Nation by joining the Chiefs for a year. Fast forward to tonight. The Chiefs season is for once on the line. Defeat to the Chargers would mean no playoff for the first time since 2014. There are seconds left. The Chiefs are driving towards field goal range to tie. Mahomes' fragile knee finally falls apart, and in comes the Raiders' sleeper agent, Gardner Booger Boy, Dude, Where's My Van, Minshew, to seal the deal. A couple of short completions later, he issues a coup de grace, a feeble throw to a well-covered Kelsey that's comfortably picked, and the Chiefs are sunk. Brilliant strategy by the Raiders staff. Meanwhile, we're getting our traditional arse spanking, this time a shutout by the Eagles, another step towards high pick salvation. 3 to go. We will win again and ruin our future yet again. And finally, shout out to the chat.
Finally.
To the One Nation Foundation and its partners, to everyone's favorite tea company, HTO, and Go Raiders. Martin, Made Man, 9-time Sizzler recipient, 3 times Fanny Award winner, 2025 Made Man of the Year, Rookie of the Year, and Polly Award winner, after Jeff, the number 2 fan of Aunt Betty's Pecans.
Hey.
And your friend from across the pond.
Nice.
Well done, Martin. Well, and since he's such a big Gardner Minshew fan, just for old time's sake.
Oh, no.
Some areolas and, what are you going to do? What's better than that?
What are you going to do?
I love how he
Damn
called
it,
her-
I missed that.
I love he called her Aunt Betty.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did.
Oh, yeah. That's inside jokes right there.
Yeah, no, that's good stuff.
That's the guy that gets it. He gets us.
Absolutely. He sure does.
He does.
You like us. You really, really like us.
Yeah.
Next, we have Paul.
Paul.
Evening, everybody. Welcome back, and
Hello,
I hope
Paul.
you're as well as can be expected.
Easy,
Last
easy.
Sunday took us all to a new place, didn't it? With the exception of a small handful
Didn't
of
it?
players, didn't it?
Why did he do that?
Oh.
Damn it, Paul. Don't give us ammunition. Sorry, I'm going to stop. Go ahead. Sorry.
With the exception of a small handful of players, and we all know who they are, everybody just seemed to forget why they were there. It's the quickest I can remember a game being played, and there wasn't one single highlight.
Holy shit. Can we stop you right there? That game was 2.5 hours. I turned on the Chargers Chiefs game, and it's in the middle of the third quarter.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, I totally lost track of time. I'm like, that game was so fast.
It was so fast.
Well, you didn't know. You were sleeping.
Yeah. He was like, yeah, that was fast.
I know. It was a short ass nap. What the hell? Yeah.
It takes longer to fly to Vegas than it did to
Oh
watch
my
that game.
gosh. Oh, so embarrassing.
dude, yeah.
All right, my bad. I digress.
I said recently we hadn't hit rock bottom. Well, Sunday was it for me. The only thing that could make the season worse is if we win another game. If I was a religious man, I'd be praying we'd lose these last 3 games because it's the only way out of this pitiful mess. The Texans should have a field day with us. The Giants is 50-50. And then there's that game against the Chiefs, which is going to be a shit fest. Geno or Pickett versus Minshew. I could fall asleep just thinking about it. Add to that, it'll be Kelsey's last game before he retires and becomes Taylor Swift's bitch full time. Don't blow this now, guys. We're so close to that number 1 pick. What other observations are there since we were last together? Oh, I know. Philip Rickety Ass Rivers is back on the gridiron.
God.
I knew.
Yes.
This is Paul was the first person I thought about when I saw that story. The overrated prick has decided to get back on the horse. And no, that's not a euphemism for Mrs. Rivers.
Yes, he did. God dang it, Paul. Of course he did.
The poor ruined woman. No. No, Phil is back on the field. No, Phil is back on the field, and some of you may be surprised to hear that I'm happy to see him back. Is it because I've mellowed with age and no longer hate him with a fire of 1,000 suns? Ah, no. It's because I always wanted to see his ass knocked through his throat, and now I get another chance to see it happen. Fingers crossed for this weekend. Here's an ironic thought. Pete Carroll could actually be the savior of the Raiders. He's made us so bad we could be about to get that number 1 pick. And if we can get this draft right, we could start the road to recovery. Then one day we could look back and say it's all because Pete Carroll turned us into a pile of crap. Thanks in advance, Pete. And finally. Has anyone checked on the well-being of Chris Collinsworth? He must be devastated. As he holds a candlelight vigil at the foot of Patrick Mahomes' bed. He has no balls to tickle for 18 months, and now he'll have to find another use for his tongue over Christmas. Pray for Chris. Stay safe, RFR family. Love you, Raider Nation. His Lordship, the Royal Scribe, Paul Edgerton, Stroudside, Mississippi, Polly Award winner 2019 and 2022, Foggy Glasses Award winner 2020, Made Man of the Year 2024, RFR Maverick Award winner 2025, BRT Sizzler scorekeeper, Proud Made Man,
Five-time
times 5 winner of the Raiders Fan Radio BRT Sizzler Award.
Damn you, Paul.
Paul, your name Paul?
Hello?
Paul.
Hello?
Paul.
I met him
with Paul. Who? Paul.
Paul, yes, Paul.
Paul's not here. Hey, Paul. Paul.
Hi. I'm Paul.
Damn it, Paul. Man, there's a reason.
Oh, my gosh.
There's a reason that we named the email award after Paul, calling it the Polly. Like, my gosh, that was brilliant, dude. That was so funny. And thank you, Paul. And just like Ron is always in there, Martin's always in there, Paul, man, like, Paul's one of the OGest of the OGs, man. Like, so
no doubt.
Thank you for
and I love that he brought up Chris Collinsworth because I've seen like TikToks of like he was down bad on Sunday Night Football.
He was a different person.
He was a different person. Like, and I saw this TikTok, and it was like someone asking him a question, and he responded real quick, and he was just like, you could see the blank stare, and it was like, "Hello, darkness, my friend."
Literally.
He's like the Ben Affleck meme out standing out front smoking a cigarette.
Seriously,
He's like, oh man, yeah. So there was somebody that asked a really good question in the chat room there. It was asking about. Here we go. So this is James Farrell. Thank you, James Farrell, for being in the chat. He says, guys, what's your thoughts about hiring Minter, the Chargers offensive coordinator for the Raiders? Brother, I'm gonna give you my little soapbox here before we get into the rest of these calls. That I'm a firm believer that the Raiders need to invest in a young, innovative, offensive-minded head coach. Clint Kubiak, Joe Brady, Shula, you name it. You pick it. I think that's the direction it needs to go. There's a few things that feed into that. When you draft a rookie quarterback, well, number one, it'll be an attractive role for new head coach. That if we have a young rookie quarterback that they can mold and grow with and yada, yada. And then you have the rookie wage scale, which allows you to overspend or just spend on other positions. So you can build then around said quarterback, which is attractive to an offensive-minded head coach. And then the final piece of that is that offensive-minded head coaches don't rotate through offensive coordinators. Like, it's a problem now when you have these defensive coordinators that have to resupply with offensive coordinators every 2 to 3 to 4 years.
Right.
So if you take all that stuff off the table strategically, it makes the most sense to get an offensive guy. So that's the formula. And the Raiders haven't tried it other than, well, never. Because Dennis Allen, because Dennis Allen was the only young guy we did, and he was a defensive guy. So we never hired a young offensive head coach. They were all retreads. Gruden, McDaniels, any of the offensive guys we brought in have all been retreads. So that's where my
I was going to say, before Dennis Allen, Gruden might have been the last one, Gruden 1.0.
Yeah, because it wasn't Art Shell. It wasn't Mike White.
R.I.P. by the way.
It would have been a young one. Oh, yeah, huh? Yeah, Mike White just passed away. Yeah, yeah, rest in peace. Norv Turner, offensive guy, but not young.
Nope.
So, yeah, I'm with you. It was Grew. It was Grew. So it's time. It's time. But great question. Great question. Appreciate you jumping in there. All right, let's get to the rest of these calls here. Bangers coming in, you guys.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So we've got 8 of these to get to now. I've got a few.
Oh, my
to add
gosh.
to. Yeah. I'm telling you, Raider Nation came in big for this episode of Raiders Fan Radio, episode 396. And we're taking next week off, so we're going to run a little bit over tonight. Let's get up first. Let's hear from our buddy Jacob in Fresno.
Michelle, this is Jacob from Fresno. What's up, guys?
Oh, he sounds down.
Here we are.
Oh, yeah.
Very late into the season, 2 wins. And I'm going to be frank with you guys. It is go time. It is very important part of the season that we are in. And I've never been a proponent of this. And I guess there's a first for everything. But the mission is clear. We must lose. We must lose out the rest of the season. We must lose our head-to-head to the Giants. And we have to lose every single game. If we even joke about winning, we should be scorned and ridiculed by the entirety of Raider Nation. I'm not going to tell you how to fan, but if you want to win, come on, man, what's wrong with you? There's something going on in your head. It's not working, okay? Your brain isn't working. You need help, and I'm here to help you today because we need the number 1 overall pick. There's no other possible solution to our franchise than the number 1 overall pick next year. And I'm telling you guys this, Fernando Mendoza is the only solution in this draft. And he's not going to fix it right away. He's not going to come into the Raiders and make us an automatic winner. But if he is our guy, that's the one that we can get around. That's the one that we can build the franchise around. But if we get the 2nd pick, we get the 3rd pick, we get anything else besides number 1, it is a dire situation. The situation is tragic. We are doomed for another few decades because Dante Moore isn't going to do anything, and he's probably going to go back to college anyway and show that he's not going to be a number 1 overall pick. He's not worthy of it. Ty Simpson might be a starter at some point in the NFL, but he's never going to do it. I'm just telling you, I know this thing. I know these things. I knew Jaden Daniels was going to be success. I knew Bo Nix was kind of there. I know quarterbacks. If I know anything, I know quarterbacks. And I might not know much, but I think I know that, guys. And I'm telling you, Fernando Mendoza is the guy. I knew we weren't going to be good because we got Gino. Knew Gino was okay. And I knew that when he came in, he did very well in his first game. And I was like, okay, this is a surprise to me. Maybe we might be good this year. But at the end of the day, I was proven right. Gino Smith is not a franchise guy. He's not a quality. He's not going to be a top 10. He's not going to be top 5. He's not going to be that, right? And so here we are at the pinnacle of a new dawning, of a new day, where the Heisman is just there saying, come on, take me. Come on. And we got, it's lined up perfectly, guys. We have to lose out. And if I hear anybody say, just win, baby, I'm going to go crazy. Don't win. Let's lose. Love you guys. There you go.
Raiders. Ah, there it is. Jacob in Fresno.
There you go, Jacob. I love when he gets fiery like that.
I had my finger on the Google Voice button. I was
Ooh,
like,
did you?
Oh, I was like, bro, he getting close. That shit was like 258.
Oh my gosh. Hey.
Good stuff there from our buddy Jacob in Fresno. What?
Nothing. I just made myself laugh. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
No, it's fine.
It's fine.
Just keep going with the show.
Okay. All right, next up, let's get to our buddy Jay in PA.
Hey guys, it's Jay from PA. I just have to say how frustrating it is to not only have a team that sucks, like just sucks of suck, but then to have to listen to these talking heads talk about AP or these fans calling about AP. He didn't even get a head coaching interview. He's an quote-unquote analyst. Just because Pete Carroll wasn't the right hire doesn't mean AP should have stayed. And
Come on, dude.
there's a certain old player on a certain show I listen to who keeps saying we have to keep Pete Carroll because we can't stop firing coaches. Yes, you can. Consistency does not equal winning. If you are consistently bad, you are still not winning. What the hell are we even doing anymore? This is what it's come to? Pete Carroll is 74 years old and looks as lost as ever. When I listen to him in a press conference, I think about my 80-year-old grandpa and how that conversation goes. And I have to remind him my age and my birthday all the time. And I do it because I love him, but I feel bad. I feel bad. And then we got to talk about, okay, for those who want to bring back Pete Carroll, who's his OC going to be? Because if I'm a young OC, I want nothing to do with this.
Come on,
you throw out
dude.
Chip Kelly, and now you're slandering each other in the media like a bunch of teenage girls in high school. No one's going to want that.
Yep.
You got to get a new defensive coordinator because Patrick Graham sure isn't doing this again. You got to get a new special teams coach because you fired him. What are you bringing back? This is the perfect time to move on from Pete Carroll and try to, at the end of the season, please, and get going again. Consistently bad does not equal winning. Good consistency equals winning. Thank you for listening. I'm on an edge, man. Just lie to me and tell me Pete Carroll won't be here next year. Thank you guys for everything. Can't wait for your show.
There he is.
That's
good. That's legit.
Mark Davis needs to call Rich Bisaccia and go, hey, you up?
Man, I don't even know if that's the answer now at this point.
No,
not
for head coach, but for special teams. Special teams. I want him there.
Oh my gosh, great call there from Jay and PA. All right, next up, we're going to get to Eric in Las Vegas.
Hey, it's Eric from Las Vegas again. Wanted to call in because everyone's talking and celebrating about having the #1 pick. So, are we not concerned what they're going to do with that #1 pick? Because I have very little confidence on the management, coaching to make the right decision for us. So yeah, we got the #1 pick. That's great. There's a lot of potential with that. But when we give these individuals the power to do something with the first round pick, are they going to do anything good with it? Are they going to make the right decision? Because honestly, Geno not playing, sure, he's probably banged up. There's probably a scapegoat to put someone else in there. So in the offseason, it's like, look, we lost without Geno on the field. It wasn't all on Geno. And they're just going to use these losses towards the end of the season to justify, hey, everyone's blaming Geno, but it's not on him. Look, he was hurt, and they were still losing without him. And then maybe justify to not get a quarterback because of that. Say, hey, he's our guy for 2 more years. Why are we going to get a quarterback so soon? I don't know. I just don't trust this coaching and management staff to make the right decision with a first-round pick, let alone the #1 overall first-round pick. So I'm not sure if you guys share the same concern as I do, but, you know, if, say they make the perfect first-round pick, who is that? What position and who is the best first-round pick? I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Again, this is Eric from Las Vegas. Thank you for everything you guys do, and go Raiders.
Go Raiders.
You go, Eric.
Appreciate you, Eric. I think his sentiment there about not having any confidence in this coaching staff and front office, I agree. That's why they can't be there.
No, they need to be gone.
Well, that's
Yeah.
why we need the quarterback whisperer, whoever that may be. It needs to be a full revamp of this coaching staff.
Agreed.
Everybody gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Clean house.
Clean the damn house.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
and then
Clint
trust it.
Kubiak, Joe Brady, one of those guys, get him in here, and yeah.
And then I would trust that, because if it's Pete Carroll and whoever, and they draft our first round quarterback, yikes!
If Pete Carroll and Geno Smith are here, we ain't.
We are
drafting.
not drafting a
It
quarterback.
doesn't matter what pick we have.
Watch
we can
us-
have the number 1 pick, and we'll trade back and whatever and
draft
run
the
it
damn
back.
lineman.
And draft Pavia in the third round or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I mean, I'm just.
Why would you say that?
I can see the future, bro.
Oh God.
He loves him some short quarterbacks.
He does, doesn't he? Yeah.
Pavia might be the next Russ. Built like a pit bull, cannon for an arm. Jeez, dude.
Boy, this really. This was a sad show. Now, y'all really just keep doubling down.
You got more shots?
I
know, right? I know, right? I'm about to shotgun this shit.
Oh my gosh! All right, next up, let's get to our buddy Justin. This is a new caller. New
Oh,
caller.
nice. New Justin.
New
Justin.
Justin. Yeah, new Justin from the Twitters.
He
Hello,
on a tea
ladies
company
and
too?
gentlemen. This is Justin via Wheat Ridge, Colorado, adjacent to the donkey stables. Via Oxnard, California, strawberry capital of the world. College at Chico, California, used to be the drinking capital of the world.
Hell yeah, bro.
And then San Diego, California. The gateway to Tijuana. First place I ever saw a bullfight. Never doing that again. Whatever happened afterwards. We'll just leave it at that. Anyway, love your guys' show. Love to have an outlet like this. I mean, you guys and other content creators have been, a godsend over the past couple of years, especially.
Oh, thank you,
being a
bro.
Raiders fan since the 80s, which I know some of you all are. Anyway, 2 things that concern me right now, and probably everybody else too. Finding the right coach is probably the most important thing. And I just want to make sure we set ourselves up for success. I know that there's going to be a lot of other vacancies out there, and, we'll see what the Jets do. They might fire their coach, they might keep him, but if they do, they've got 5 draft picks in the next 2 years, which it's hard to compete with. I mean, Michigan, I just saw fire the coach. Like, that's another, high-profile job that, a really good coach that maybe might want to go to. Get Jesse Minter or something like that. So that's first and foremost. And then obviously there's the quarterback situation, which, I used to be of the mindset of we need to, build the trenches first, right? But the more I think about it and the more I've seen what's happened in our division, all these teams got their quarterback in the first round and just kind of went for it for the most part, outside the Kansas City Chiefs. But I feel like we just need to do it, and we need to set ourselves up the right way, and hopefully we don't find a way to mess up, the wink tank job that hopefully we're doing right now, and then get outside the top 2 picks, because I could definitely see us, pulling a few years ago, or 2 years ago, 2 years ago, where we lost out on all the quarterbacks because we ended up, winning a couple meaningless games or whatever. End up with a pick in the 7, 8, 9s or 10s or 12s and are just out of it. So God bless the Raiders. God bless you guys. Hopefully we can do this the right way, entice a good coach, get the quarterback we need. Much love. Raiders!
Raiders! Give it up for Justin.
Let's go, Justin. Great first call.
Yeah.
Love it.
Hell yeah. Coming out of the gate strong there, man. We appreciate you,
Absolutely.
Justin, very, very much. All right, next up. Man, this is one of my favorite new callers to the show.
Yes.
This is our buddy Tarek. He coming over from Silver and Black today. This is what was it when Laverne and Shirley would end up on Happy Days? What do they call that?
Crossover?
Thank you. Thank you,
crossovers,
crossover. Yeah, so we had a crossover caller with our buddy Tarek here calling into Raiders Fan Radio.
What is up, Murf? How are you, my friend? This is Tarek checking in from the Windy City. I just watched the Raiders get dismantled 31-0 in Philadelphia, and it was everything I thought it'd be. I was, I was foolish enough to think the Raiders would maybe put possibly more than 17 points on the board with the insertion of Kenny Pickett. What was I thinking? You got to feel bad for players like Brock Bowers and Ashton Genty. We're dead last in so many categories across the league, and I really want to give kudos to what you said recently, Murph, regarding your concerns with are the Raiders becoming a business model for what to do in Vegas, regardless of what team's coming to town. Are they just now running a business there rather than a football team? And do they give a crap about all these Raider fans checking out? I think that was a wonderful, brilliant assessment that you said. I had not thought of that before, but as long as the money and the checks keep rolling in, you just got to wonder, does the fan base even legitimately matter anymore in a city like Vegas? And it doesn't. There's definitely some pause to think about something like that, and maybe we don't matter. Maybe our passion doesn't matter. But get the front office in order. There needs to be no wiggle room with regards to what the front office is going to look like. January 5th, Black Monday's right around the corner, hopefully before we fire the head coach and this coaching staff, which at this point, it had better be a foregone conclusion. There's just no way in hell Pete Carroll's going to come back. And we need to, definitely draft, hopefully, Fernando Mendoza, number 1 overall in 2026. 3 more losses to go. And I agree with what you said recently. We are 18 years removed from Jameet Loaf Russell being selected number 1 overall in the 2007 draft. Look at all the quarterbacks in our current division. They're not going anywhere for the next decade.
Come on, dude.
So looking forward to your show, sir. Can't wait to hear your thoughts and your assessment of this latest debacle. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you again. Take care. Bye-bye.
Give it up for Tarek, man.
Wow. There you go. Love that call. Unfortunately, he can't win the Sizzler because he didn't address me or Michelle.
He sure didn't.
Oh, he can still win it.
But he won't.
This is
That's my job, baby.
This is Murph's fan cave, motherfucker.
Well, I'm the Sizzler guy. That's me, baby. That's me, baby.
No,
he could be your Sizzler.
Noted.
Hey.
Hashtag not my Sizzler. No, seriously, great call.
Great call there. And you know what? And I'm with him on that sentiment. They're like, Michelle, we can't be afraid for what happened 18 years ago.
Yeah.
I looked it up the
For
other
real.
day. Do you know that we've drafted quarterbacks since the inception of the Raiders? Since 1960, we've drafted a quarterback in the first round. You want to guess how many times?
None?
4. 4 times.
Jeez.
Roman Gabriel, who never even played.
Oh,
that was the original draft.
Yeah.
Never even played a down for the Raiders. Then we had Jamarcus, Marinovich, and, oh shit, I'm forgetting who the third one was off the top of my head. Somebody on the chat room will know. But anyways, it's such a rarity for the Raiders to draft a quarterback in the first round.
Right.
It's malpractice at this point if they don't. It's going to drive me.
Honestly, stop being afraid of what happened 18 years ago and be afraid of what's going to happen next season.
Come
if they
on.
don't start making some fucking
A
real
reach.
decisions.
Yeah.
A reach. Absolutely. So good stuff there from our buddy Tarek. We appreciate you. All right, next up, we're going to get to a new caller. Again, another new caller. Caller in the 626.
First of all, I just want to give a huge shout out to Raiders Fan Radio. Thank you guys for always what you're doing, representing the nation to the fullest through the ups and downs that we all know we've gone through for so many years. And we'll stick to the topic of this being the worst season in Raider history. Hands down, not even close. It might compare to the 2006 Art Shell season and bed and breakfast Tom Walsh coming back to be our offensive coordinator and Aaron Brooks as our quarterback. We remember that season for those who are old enough to remember that 06 Raider team. But this season has been the worst. To be shut out twice, 31-0, hands down the worst season in Raider history. But as always, go Raiders, Raider Nation for life. And once again, shout out to Raider Fan Radio.
There you go. Thanks, caller in the 626.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you very much. So I looked up real quick. So I cheated a little bit. I did a little bit of a Google. Mark Wilson in 1980. So Mark Wilson, Todd Marinovich, and Jamarcus Russell. Those are the only 3 first-round quarterbacks that have played for your Oakland Raiders.
Wow.
That's it. The end. Or Las Vegas. Well, not. No.
Wherever
Los
they at.
Angeles.
Yeah.
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 All All right. Next, we got 2 more to get to.
Okay.
Another Twitter caller.
Ooh.
I love it, man. I love the Twitter callers showing up here. This is our buddy Jack's Threes.
What's up, Murf? Hey, man, I'm a listener. Also follow you on Twitter. I'm at Jack's Threes. I just wanted to reach out to you, kind of talk about Raiders problems. Saw your post this morning. Looking forward to the show tonight, brother. Hey, man, I think the Raiders problems really kind of come down to something that I call yin or yang. Offensively, you're either powerful and blow people off the ball and are consistent in being able to get kind of that 4 or 5 yards of carry, force teams to bring safeties up into the box, crowd the line of scrimmage, go play action, and then hit them over the top, right? And then, the other kind of way to do it, the yang to the yin, if you will, is just you have that devastating 6'5" receiver with 4.4 speed that's all pro talent that you just throw it up there and you really can't defend it. You've got a corner and a safety that are bracketing him at all times. He takes the top off the defense, and so they have to dedicate resources to the deep third of the field. It opens and exposes them up over the middle, so you either can, run the ball or you can get that short, kind of accurate passing game, high percentage attack where, the linebackers that are left after all the resources are pulled, 30, 40 yards down the field. Linebackers over the middle are stretched too thin, and you're able to, pick them apart and complete a lot of first downs and matriculate the ball down the field and score touchdowns. So I don't think the Raiders do either, right? They can't run the ball. The offensive line is crap. You can't go play action bomb because there's no real threat, consistent threat of a run game, and you don't really have the personnel to go bombs away on every play either. Thornton is really raw. Tucker is small. You have possession receivers that aren't huge speed guys, and so you don't have yin or yang, and so they're just trying to complete these short and medium distance passes, but without the threat deep and without the threat of just mauling people, they can't score, right? So I think it has as much to do with personnel as it has to do with scheme. I really expected more from Chip. And defensively, we just, we need more resources put on that side of the field. It's Max Crosby and a bunch of guys that can tackle and not a lot else. So interested to hear what your thoughts are tonight. Thanks for listening to what I had to say. Make it a great one, man. Bye.
Oh, off the wire.
Nice. Wow, like a pro, bro.
Like a damn pro hitting the post right there.
Love that.
Love that. Absolutely. So, one of the points that he makes in there, Jeff, is about the play action offense. Like, if you don't establish the run game, why you can't run play action? Like, it's not going to be effective.
It's non-existent. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. If your offensive line can't block, you can't run the ball. When you can't run the ball, then play action ain't worth the shit.
It ain't worth the shit.
No, absolutely. Yeah. No, it's.
And what's changed, Michelle, since we fired Chip Kelly?
I feel like we've gotten worse almost. We didn't score any points even in this. We ain't even kicked a field goal. Like, it's. It's bad.
It's bad.
Yeah. Olsen was going to save us after his 4th stint with the Raiders or whatever.
Oh, my God. Why? What's like a fucking cockroach? What is he doing there? Like, how has he survived? Fuck?
For real?
Oh, my gosh.
Well,
you again?
Literally, literally. We were watching a game, and I said, is that great? I didn't even know he was still on the team. This was before Chip Kelly got, or I think it was. Anyway, I saw him and I asked Lamont, I was like, is that who I think it is? I didn't even know. He just popping up.
Just
like
that
fucking
slick,
weed.
just that slicked back hair. Just it's me, motherfucker.
Surprise!
I'm back.
I thought y'all were going to get rid of me that easy.
Oh,
what's he
my
doing there?
Gosh, God bless that guy, man.
Well, when we hire John Gruden back, he'll be around.
I'll just say this: if and. Hey, let's do the Gruden thing real fast because we got one more call to get to. And then we're gonna
I
get out
didn't
of
mean to
here.
open that can of worms.
It's okay.
Sorry.
Let's do it.
The look of disappointment. On my
Way
face.
to go.
You and I have told the story a million times on the show. Those of you that are unfamiliar, Michelle and I heard something from a very credible source at the time that Mark Davis was going to angle for John Gruden to be the next head coach of your Las Vegas Raiders. We talked about it, and we got a lot of shit from a lot of people that saying like we were advocating for a thing. Like it's not an advocation for a thing, and it's not that going to be that today. That said, Michelle, it wouldn't surprise me if that happened in this offseason. I do not want it. I do not advocate again for it.
Yeah.
It would not be a smart move.
Yeah.
But like we just talked about, Mark, going back an hour and a half, however long ago it was, about his retreads and about everything that he does in terms of his decision making, he might hit the well one more time, and it wouldn't shock me.
No, it wouldn't shock me at all. I mean, that's his guy. He loves him. That's his dude. So, but yeah, it wouldn't shock me. But good God, there better be someone in that fucking building that says, "Don't do this. Don't do something new. Don't do this, please." There has to be somebody in the building that
or at the very least, be like, "All right, Gruden, you coach. Spytek's got the rest of this shit." Like
He can't have control over the roster.
No,
he can't even barely have input on the roster.
Of not overstepping.
I don't
that's
think
the
so.
question. I don't think he's capable of.
I mean,
not.
maybe his reputation is dinged up enough to where it's like, okay, if this
He
is
understands what it is.
If I'm going to get a job again in coaching, then it's going to be tempered with my ability to influence the organization. Like, but would Mark give Spytek the juice to be like,
you overrule Gruden? You overrule my guy? Yeah, no.
I don't think so, man. I think Gruden's going to end up in college. I think he's going to go to Michigan or some shit like that.
Ooh, yeah.
I hope so. I mean, listen,
that's very possible.
And I'm a Gruden guy.
Yeah, I love him.
I like Gruden.
Yeah, I do too.
I like Gruden. I did not excusing what he did by any means, but he's fiery. He's passionate. He loves the Raiders. He loves fucking football.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard not to like that guy. But it's that time has passed, man. I think that time has flown.
Agree.
Numerous times now at this point. So, anyways, all right, let's get to the last caller here. We got our buddy. Oh, actually, look at this. I love it. We got two more to get to.
Someone just called just now?
We had somebody in the chat room say, "Hey, can I get in a call?" And I was like, "Well, if you do it now, you can squeeze it in here." I don't even know who it is, but we got. Okay.
Damn, don't tell us about your life.
Okay.
All right, here we're gonna hear from Steve in San Diego, and then the last caller.
Hey guys, what's up? Steve from San Diego. How's it going? Hope you guys are doing well. See if things going this week. I don't know. Anyway, hey, so I'm sitting there, I'm just contemplating on here things and all this stuff, and I'm going, so this is obviously the problem. So Spytek didn't choose Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll didn't choose, Chip Kelly. So we got all this discombobulation. It's a big mess. And I know, Mark Davis keeps saying he wants to win, but you keep doing all the things that are losing. So apparently, I guess Pete Carroll, Mark Davis wanted, or he that was his guy. What do you do? Listen to Jim Gray on that one? It's kind of like, Mark Davis, you really want to win, so you have Bisaggia. We got to the playoffs. We're winning. But I think I need to change. No, we're winning, Mark. We're winning. You say you want to win, right? We're winning. Oh, no, we got to change it. We got to let's get McDaniels, the Patriots. Wait, McDaniels is a terrible, proven losing head coach. But he's from the Patriots. No, okay. So that, of course, that doesn't work. Antonio Pierce, 9 games. We have the best defense, better offensively. Oh, no, we got to change that, hey, Pete, Antonio Pierce, who do you want as your general manager? I'm doing really well with the Chip Kelly. We're working well together. No, see, he doesn't have enough experience. I think I need to get somebody else like, you know what? Who's available is Tom Telesco. Oh, you mean the guy we put 63 points on? We got 63 points for Champ Kelly, but we're going to get the guy that we put the 63 against. Oh, how good were the Chargers under Tom Telesco's regime? Oh, Oh, not very well. Yeah, they're pretty bad. So, yeah, let's get that guy. You keep saying you want to win, and when you're winning, you go away from them. So here's what needs to happen. Spytek needs to choose his head coach chooses his staff. That's what the Rams do. They had the general manager first, and he got Sean McVay, and Sean McVay was allowed to choose his staff. And that's the order that has to happen. Where if you were saying that he needs to appoint somebody that's going to do the operation, well, that's what Spytek's supposed to be for, right? He's supposed to choose, the coach and the head coach on down the line, the hierarchy and the order and that line. So that's what needs to happen. If that doesn't happen next year, nothing's going to matter. Anyways, if there's no order to this, if it doesn't change, it's not going to matter. And Tom Brady needs to be all in the office or not. But even then, he has to prove himself. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm out.
Okay.
Whoops. My bad.
There you go, Steve.
My bad, Steve. Sorry about that.
Steve's like, yeah, dang, what I do?
Yeah, what the hell I do?
My bad, Steve. The buttons become challenging the longer that the show goes on. It has nothing to do with consumption. Let's see. We got one more to get to. Well, let me spit that out. Jeez. Let's see here. This is a caller in the 805.
Okay.
Hi, this is Angel from
Hey, Angel.
the 805. Just calling in to give my input. I think that the best option is to, even if we get the number one pick, to trade back.
Ooh.
If we can get back with the Jets, I would do that. And then I would take best player available, build up the O-line, draft the O-line in the second round. I'd sign Linderbaum, put him at center. You already have 4 of the 5. I'd consider putting Grant at right tackle so you could have Cohen left tackle, JPJ left guard, top 3 center, and Linderbaum at center. And then you have Caleb Rogers right guard, Charles Grant at right tackle. That's a very young O-line and a very strong bully O-line. Then next year's class, with the trade value you get, or the draft value you get, you would be able to trade up, do what you want, and get a Jeremiah Smith or a Arch Manning or whoever you consider to be that quarterback that you want. Because this next class is a way better draft class in every aspect, of wide receivers, defensive ends, and quarterbacks. Way better. Thank you.
All right. There you go, Angel.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate you, Angel. We don't get on these microphones to always expect everybody to agree with us, but man, I don't agree. Like, if you've got a chance to get a quarterback, get a quarterback. Next year's draft class is always better when it comes to QBs. We hear that a lot, right?
I hear that, and when we talk draft, I don't keep up a whole lot, but one thing that I have seemed to notice a trend. The next draft class is always better. Not in everything, but it does feel like that is something that happens pretty regularly.
Absolutely.
It's like,
no, do it now. We got to do it now.
Yeah, do it.
Secure it now. But appreciate the call, Angel, and please keep them coming.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's your first step towards being a made man or a made maiden here at Raiders Fan Radio. And if you want to become a made man or made maiden, just call the show, leave a message, and if we play it 3 or more times, you can become that by calling 909-345-3346. Jeez.
Let's go,
wow. Yikes.
I do love hearing other perspectives, though, so I think that's... I
love that. Yeah, me too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm off work tomorrow.
Lucky
and
you.
Acting accordingly.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what else acts accordingly?
The callers and emailers?
You, when it comes to awarding a Sizzler Award to the best emailer or phone caller of the night, Swag Jeff.
I do that for sure. Yeah. And so we, you talked about...
what do we do?
No, you talked about the multitude of ways that people can contact us. Well, there's more multitudes now because people have hit us up on the Twitter and all that stuff. You know what I mean? They've hit us up on the X.
Good call,
so,
bro.
Yeah, so we had Wolfpack Raider and Rossi Biddle hit us up on the X, as well as Martin. Martin uses all the multitudes.
Yeah.
The Martitude. Yeah. Hey, no, I got you, dog. So those three people hit us up on the X, and then on the email
I don't know if
side,
you know this, Michelle, but Jeff and I got stung by bees on our tongues.
You did.
Right after the show started.
We'll be all right.
Yeah, you guys have done really well after getting stung by bees. It's
absolutely
dangerous.
Absolutely. You know, I've never been stung by a bee ever.
Really? I
in
stepped
my life.
on one once. It was the worst.
Really?
Oh man, I've been stung a whole shitload of times.
Have you?
By wasps and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I got
What
tagged
are you
in
doing hanging out with all the wasps?
I got tagged in the eyebrow one time.
What, you were trying to kiss them?
No,
What
I
were you
look.
trying to do?
I look like Rocky afterwards.
What were you? Were you trying to kill him? Were you too? Why were you so close?
No,
Yeah,
just
for
tagged-
real, though.
for like mowing the lawn and stuff. Like,
Oh, yeah, I don't do that.
No.
I'll save you my big wasp story.
I
but
see one. I do this and I go the other way.
Oh no, man! I got hit by like a swarm one time. Yeah, like I said, I'll save you the long story. We'll save that for just green baby. But there was one time I got in a fight with a swarm of wasps, and
I thought we were saving it.
Until now.
I'm sorry. I thought we were saving that.
That's why I love you. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why
Just
we're besties, Michelle.
Forget that you just heard that.
Delete that from your memory. That's for another time.
Okay, I was just gonna give the premise. I wasn't gonna tell
you
the
got
whole
stung
story.
by a wasp. That's the premise.
Got stung a shitload of times in the face by a swarm of wasps.
That's the premise. I thought that was clear.
Yeah.
Man, fuck you guys.
Hey, and then we had some emails tonight. James Williams, Doc, Martin, and Paul. And then on the email side, we had a shitload of those as well. Jacob in Fresno, Jay in PH, Eric in Las Vegas, Justin, Tarek, the 626 caller.
Rick says the swarm of wasps fucks hard.
No shit, bro.
Yeah, that's why you look
fucked
like
you
Rocky
hard.
when you were done.
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, dang. It came back for seconds too.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Jeez.
Hey, Tyrone Graves is in the chat.
Oh, hey, Tyrone.
Hey, what up, bro?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
I love that guy.
gosh.
We don't see
Love
him
that
around
guy.
enough anymore.
Dude, you're not kidding.
Dude, we love Tyrone and Ebony so much.
Tyrone and
man.
Ebony need to be back here like for good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for
absolutely.
real.
Next
For
time
real.
there's a game in Tennessee for sure. They got to come back for another hangout before the
Another-
game.
Another one.
Listen, Jeff.
Another one.
All right, DJ Khaled. Another one. Jesus.
I'm trying my best over here.
There you are. Yeah, you are. So Jacob in Fresno, Jay from PA, Eric in Las Vegas, Justin, Tarek, 626 caller, Jax Threes, Steve in San Diego, and Angel. Thank you for those incredible voicemails. We love you guys so very, very much for contacting us, for talking to us. The chuckleheads over here. You know what I mean? So tonight's Sizzler, there was so much. I have to split it in half, and I have to give a Sizzler to I don't know if this has ever happened.
Okay.
You know, there's a lot of voicemails, a lot of X messages, a lot of emails and stuff like that. I have 2 Sizzlers, and I'm giving it to 2 emailers.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't think that's ever happened.
I don't know if it's
man.
ever happened, man. So
think
tonight's
so.
Sizzler Awards go to James Williams and Paul.
Hey, that's awesome.
Those were solid emails.
They were great. Oh, shit. I pushed the wrong button.
I am the Sizzler.
There it is. Sorry.
Sizzler. 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 Sizzler.
We are Metallica, and we are here for your Oakland Raiders!
You know why we out here, and we ain't playing around today.
From The Walking Dead to errant Jedi Knights, Raiders fans are a rogues gallery.
You know what? Mendoza.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Weird. Why you always got to make it weird, man?
You started it. You go, oh, bro. Hey.
You started it and you finished it.
Gross.
Hey, it's on
man.
y'all.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Hey. Yeah.
Not gonna yuck your yum. You do your
But
thing.
there you go. Y'all do your thing. Okay. All right. I'm gonna get the hell out of here quick.
I love this shit.
This corner of the
This is where
fan
we
cave is
thrive
crashing
here.
fast over here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Appreciate you. What?
We are struggling.
Appreciate you, Raider Nation, for checking in with this episode number 396. Don't look at me like that, you motherfucker. 396.
I'm just looking at you. Should I hit the outro?
Not yet. Episode no. When we go to Michelle.
You sure? You sure we shouldn't hit it now?
I know. Bye. No, just kidding.
Goodbye.
I just want to tell everybody how much we love them, how much we appreciate you. Appreciate
Yeah, you
everybody
should
that's
do
in the
that.
chat room.
That's a good call.
You should do that.
Appreciate everybody that's in the chat room. Appreciate everybody all the amazing donations to the One Nation Foundation tonight.
Hell yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We love it.
Remember the reason for the season. Love on each other. Merry Christmas. Happy
Yes,
New Year.
come on.
And we will see you guys next week, man. Go Raiders.
Yep.
And that'll be the last you hear of Murph tonight. 'Cause he's going. Good
We're
night.
gonna go tuck
The
Murph
end.
into
Good
bed.
night,
Good
night, sweet prince. And he's gone. Michelle, if you don't care, shout out the chat room.
Martin
yeah.
said only bats can hear Murph now.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Martin's in there. Tyrone's in there. Yoshi's in there. Paul. I can't scroll with these gloves.
Oh,
on. Hold on.
okay. Okay, well, say your goodbyes.
Bet the under. That's all I gotta say.
Let's go.
Preach, girl.
Yeah.
Let's go. So Michelle couldn't scroll. I'm gonna shout you guys out. Yoshi, Martin, Tyrone Graves, Paul. Hey, we heard enough of you.
Paul said Murph's playing out with Bomber's hearing.
Oh, nice.
Bomber's out there howling.
Oh yeah, he is. Mojo, Martin. Let's see. F. Zelgado is in there. Angel in there. Let's see. El Capitan Rafucho is in there.
What's up,
Much
Rafa?
respect. Much respect. Yeah, we got the whole crew. Of course, Ron is in there. You know he is. So can't thank you guys enough for being here. We had some awesome donations tonight. You know,
Yeah,
you
we
shouted out.
did.
Yeah, you shouted that out, Murph. We're not going to hear from you anymore. But Murph did shout that out. Yeah, we made like $70 tonight for the One Nation Foundation. Hey,
cool.
much respect. So Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. On behalf of Michelle, on behalf of Murph, somewhere out there. My name is Swag Jeff. You've been listening to another episode of Raiders Fan Radio, where we take a lighter side journey into the dark side. And don't forget, boys and girls, what happens in Vegas is started in Oakland. We love you guys. Much respect.
Hey, Jeff, you think KFC's still up?
I know Taco Bell is, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Get our grub on,
That's where
bro.
I'm headed.
Oh.
Get on YouTube.